Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is going to be another run tonight from an r/ShadowNet. We've got Daddy Knows Best with 3 runners coming in that are... actually, they've been around my board quite a while now. Although Dresden Reader bringing in Boomstick is going to be pretty much new. I think he's been on with only one other character before, Slapchop. We've got Redgrave coming in with Glowworm. And we've got, Cyphus Demon coming in with the name that I can never pronounce, which is Enya. So, we're going to be getting started without any further ado, as we've been running a little late. And because I'm running new software, I'm just going to listen to an audio duplicate to make sure this runs out smoothly. We've got, cool, it is running smoothly. And everyone, say hi.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Awesome. And that tests that works as well. Fantastic.
I like the overlay.
Thank you. That's our new pretty setup. Although I got to get used to looking at a camera, and I keep glancing back to the screen. So, awesome. We've got you guys getting a ping from your fixer. It's going to be coming in on a late Monday morning in a rainy, dreary, stormy Seattle. Coming in at around, let's say, 8 o'clock at night. You get this ping from your fixer. Glowworm, rainy, 8 o'clock, Monday. Where are you when you get a ping from your fixer?
Probably washed up in someone else's place, just sort of coming down from the Zen. Feeling the radiation tonight. Feeling it hard. They're gonna need to throw out a couch.
Awesome. So, the fixer just sends you a message saying that you are going to be getting on a job. It's an extraction. It needs to be done silent. What do you respond with? It's just a DNI.
If they really want me to do it, it's work, and these meds aren't cheap.
Awesome. Sounds good. So, you said you say you're in. The fixer tells you that there's a meet tomorrow, noon, and gives you a location. It's in downtown. Enya, 8 p.m.
Yep.
Crappy weather, Monday evening. Where are you when you get this message from your fixer?
Well, I would actually be on my way to dinner with my fixer.
Dinner with your fixer?
Yeah.
Damn.
Monday we have a bit of a dinner at her club, which makes me a little uncomfortable.
Awesome. So
because
so you show up for dinner, and during small talk, she just looks at you and goes, "So I got this job for you. It's noon tomorrow. Johnson wants an extraction and wants it done quiet."
Okay, I should be able to do that.
Sounds good. So after a little bit of small talk, she gives you the address. It's a location in downtown, noon tomorrow. Do you ask anything of her?
You know the Johnson?
Not personally. I've worked with them before, but not in a while.
I trust if you've worked with him before, then I don't have anything to worry about.
She nods, and you guys go back to your evening's adventures. Boomstick, 8 p.m. on a crappy Monday evening in Seattle. Where are you, and what are you doing?
So Boomstick is actually, he's in his bed having a nightmare, turning to and fro, back and forth, and when he answers the phone call, he's like, Bugsmith, oh god, sir, what do you want?
Awesome. He goes, Boomstick, you gotta sleep better, man. I got a job for you.
Yeah, okay.
Tomorrow,
what's the job?
12 p.m. It's an extraction. Gotta be done quiet.
Alright, well, I mean, it's raining cats and dogs right now, so we'll see. Hopefully the weather clears up.
Awesome. So, how are you guys all getting there, starting with Boomstick?
He is going to ride his Yamaha Growler over there.
Okay, cool. And Enya?
Well, I just got a new Honda Spirit, so I'll take that.
Awesome. And Glowworm?
Taking the rinky-dink, beat-up, rusting out under the seat Ford Americar.
Awesome. You guys want to throw me some edge dice just to see what kind of order you guys show up in?
Yeah, because that's gone so well so
Sure.
far tonight.
Do you want me to use my bad luck for this?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll just
Because
take
I
bad
will
luck
if you really
right
want
now.
me to.
You can't really screw this up. You guys have vehicles. Awesome.
Well, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Holy crap. That's awful. You guys are awful.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys head on out. Boomstick, you get into downtown pretty early.
Okay.
You're heading about 20 minutes ahead, time-wise. You kind of look at the Comlink code. It's like a little restaurant. It doesn't really seem like you can kind of look at it up on the Matrix kind of thing. It looks like it's a little like Taiwanese food place.
Cool.
When you roll on up, there's like a small parking lot between two buildings, like in an alleyway. You can pull in and you can kind of see like on one side there's like a stuffer shack and then like a big like Metroplex. And on the other corner there's like a Taiwanese place underneath like a few apartment buildings.
Nice digs.
And it looks like the address is for the Taiwanese food place. It's on the corner,
Okay.
bottom unit. There's only like one place there.
Super classy. So he's been around the block a little bit, so he starts walking towards the Chinese place. Or the Taiwanese place.
Awesome. Sounds good. Around this time, Glowworm rolls on up. Glowworm, you see the same parking lot. The parking lot's pretty much empty. There's only two other cars in there. They're on the back. You see a guy getting out. Boomstick, what do you look like? What does Glowworm see when he's pulling up? Sees you walking towards the Thai food place.
So you see a guy probably like in his human mid-40s, about 6 feet tall. He looks pretty disheveled, like he's got black hair mostly with some gray streaks going down the sides of his face, dark brown eyes, and he looks, he doesn't look fat, but he doesn't look thin either. He looks kind of very much average.
Awesome. Average is, average does. So, Glowworm, you pull up. You got this beat-up car, right?
Yeah, it's well, having a isotope in the front seat doesn't help anything. Just radiation. Radiation does wonders to cars, people.
Awesome. Sounds good. So yeah, you can roll on up and park. What do you do?
He just sort of like puts his head in his hands, slaps his cheek, and goes on, like, "Okay, come on." Gets out of the car and then immediately has to use the car to support himself as he like, "Okay, I can do this. I can do this." He effectively has one body and one strength right now.
So Boomstick sees this and he's like, "Hey, buddy, you need some help?"
I fucking got it. Okay. Like,
All
pulls
right,
out a
looks
cigarette,
like
and like, yeah, I'll be okay. You don't want to touch me. You just don't want to do it. Trust me.
Hey,
You'll save yourself some
that's
trouble.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
And he'll just like, it always has to be a Thai place when I'm sick. Of course. Just, of course.
What else would you expect? Awesome. You guys can start like heading in. About the time you guys get to the door, Anya, I'm pronouncing that less fail-tastically than I have before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you roll on up. What do? You see them as described. They're probably actually like walking in the front doors as you like get out of your car.
Can I do a quick sensing test?
Yeah, sure. Astral perception, or I assume what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
With my new improved dice pool of one more dice than I was throwing before.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, this area downtown's pretty nice. There's decent, good feelings around. The Thai food place has a little bit of like obsession coming off of it, a strong hint of that. The Metroplex in behind the Stuffer Shack on the corner has like the normal feels you come out of like a Metroplex, but it's like downtown. It's a pretty high. High or lifestyle. It's like high, middle, low, high kind of setting. You
Right.
guys are in border between Montlake and Capitol Hill, which is just north of like downtown, like hard the core where all the big buildings are. It's a B/AA area. So, what do? You can like walk on over and head in.
Yep, I'll head over and walk in.
Okay, cool. Glowworm Boomstick, you swing in. There's like a plexi door with like a tri-barred handle. You swing open and you hear the racket inside. Instantly, like the smell of like noodles and like salty sauces washes over you. There's like low-hanging like paper ornaments everywhere, and like it's dimly lit in here even for like the middle of the day. Outside's pretty nice weather, but there's a slight drizzle. The acid rain isn't too high, so it's not really painful in any way. But when you look inside, there's like a half wall on your left and a right, and a full wall in your front, with a little like please wait to be seated. And like a real live person comes over, like a young girl, looks like she's maybe 15, 14 years old, human girl, clearly of some sort of Asian descent, and she comes over and nods. And any of you guys speak Taiwanese?
Nope.
Awesome.
Yeah, Cantonese, not close enough.
So,
you guys can probably guess that she gives like a half bow, and she's like asking like if you want to be seated.
So, Boomstick is gonna be really awful and like super like American racist. It's like table 3, please.
She looks
And
back,
he like makes like the 3 like with his fingers and stuff like that.
she and like this is like when Enya comes in, so I guess you guys like glance at each other, see other runners kind of thing. And she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, table for stupid man, okay," and just turns and walks away. And like she looks back, I'll be back in a minute. And the last sentence comes out like with like no accent, like whatsoever, like perfect English.
Sheesh, rough crowd.
Yeah, teenagers.
Way to go.
Awesome. A little while later, like maybe like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, an older gentleman comes out, and he gives you guys like a strong look up and down, and being like, "Are you here for a reservation?"
Is the reservation under Johnson?
Yes. Come with
Then yeah. Okay.
So he walks out, starts walks down one of the aisles. You see some like lunch goers here, but it's not that busy. He starts walking to the back, and you guys can like smell you can smell the smells of the kitchen and like hear the clanging of pots and stuff. And he takes you through like the back door and like walks past the kitchen. You see all manner of stuff going in there. You see like a whole bunch of like butchered rats, like hanging from the ceiling. Bunch of like big woks. There's a big fire. There's a little old Taiwanese woman like with like most of her eyebrows burnt off, who's like throwing like one giant big rat, looks like the size of a cat, in like a big wok that's like burning, and she just starts like yelling in Taiwanese at the guy walking by, and he just like waves her away and opens a back door as you guys pass on through. And there's like three doors in a small room. And he opens up the back one, and just like this billow of smoke just pushes on in and just kind of like infuses the air, and like it takes a moment to like see through the smoke. And there's a small like poker table, and there's like a highly clogged in the darkness and the smoke, a guy in like a really trashy suit sitting there. He's about 25 years old, a little hard to pin down. It takes a little while to look at it before you realize like he's an elf. But he's really quite human-looking. He couldn't pass for human, but he's definitely not going to be going into like high society and bumping elbows with the other elfkin. And he just looks at you guys, and you see him like kick out a chair from underneath the table, and there's like 3 chairs around this small poker table, 4 in total. He's in one of them.
So Boomstick is gonna rub his elbows against Enya, and it's like, hey, I bet he's gonna make us an offer we can't refuse.
You look at the J as he says that, Enya, and like the J has like just like a small smirk, but it's probably difficult to tell whether it's derision or like humor. Like you can't quite tell.
All right. Can I go dual natured and check out the Johnson?
Yeah, sure.
Glowworm's gonna
Alright.
sit down and just pull out a barf bag from Pan Asia Airlines. Only good thing about going to Hong Kong, and just keep it with him.
So Boomstick is gonna try really, really hard to see if Enya will let him like pull the chair out for her so she can sit into it.
Okay. And what do you do as Boomstick is trying to be El Cavalier?
I'll sit down but sort of lean forward so there's no chance of physical contact.
Awesome.
Boomstick, like he rests his hand on her shoulder for a split second before going
No,
to grab his
no,
chair.
no, 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 no.
Yeah, Boomstick tries to, and like Enya like definitely wiggles out of the way.
Yeah. Well,
Awesome.
if by definitely you mean flinches away.
Okay, you like openly flinch. Okay, awesome. You're probably a little distracted too from sensing the J. You open up your third eye and you gaze upon him, and you realize like right away he's sensing you also. You have 3 successes. What's your magic? You have magic 6, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. His magic is his magic is lower than yours. He's probably he doesn't quite feel like a normal mage. He's definitely not an adept. So you're thinking he's probably a mystic adept.
Okay.
But that's really all you get from him.
All right.
Awesome. So the guy just kind of sits there quietly and starts smoking from like his like heavy bottomed hookah.
So we were told you had a job for us.
This is yes. I'm here to procure your services.
For what sort of job? We were told extraction.
Yes, there's a certain young man who, well, he's required to be returned.
Do you
Alright.
have any more to go on?
And like he blows out like a big like woof of smoke, and looks at you and goes, "Yes, I have a small dossier for you." And he throws up 3 arrows that kind of like each fly out in front of each of you, like local AROs.
Mm-hmm. I will open it up and take a look.
Yeah, Boomstick peruses whatever this arrow is.
Glowworm's just gonna make it look like he's opening it on a comlink. Just, thing, matrix thing.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. So yeah. There's a name in there. It's a young man. Looks clearly Asian. It's goes by the name of Gavin. What the hell? I just crashed the program on my computer. Goes by the name of Gavin Sabine. Clearly of Asian descent. I don't know if any of you guys would be able to, tell the ethnicity straight by looking at it. He shows that he's registered. He goes to U of W. He lives in Ravina on the dorms. And it just says that they want him returned to a location. There's an address you can drop him off in Bellevue.
Sorry, what was his last name?
Gavin Sabine. I will type it into chat. It helps if I didn't have all caps on.
Wow, looks like we got ourselves a college boy.
See, I thought I had Shadow Community, but apparently not.
Who's
Yeah,
ever
so
messing
he
with
just What?
Anyway,
He
no,
just
go
sits
on.
there very quietly and waits for you guys to look at the ARO. It has the dorm that he lives in, where it's located in Ravina, the address, that kind of thing. Just the kid's name and his picture. Hello?
All right.
So,
So
okay,
just
so
name and a picture.
Name and a picture, address.
All right, name, picture, and address. Well, this is. I can't say this is the biggest bit of info I've ever seen, but it's workable.
He looks at you and goes, "Yes, it most definitely should be." And he starts sucking on the hookah again.
So timeline.
He looks at you and goes, "We would prefer for this boy to be delivered in 2 days' time, before midnight."
Why? What happens before midnight?
He looks at you and goes, "He turns into a pumpkin."
That'll be a neat trick.
Sense of humor on this guy.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He blows out like the big blast of the hookah, and smiles, and like his teeth for like his age are like really yellowed and like cracked.
Nice.
And how much will you be paying?
He looks at you and goes, "For this operation, you will be getting," and he slides 3 cred sticks just like effortlessly out of his sleeve across the table. He's like, "You'll be getting 2,000 nuyen expenses up front. I'll be depositing an additional 10,000 nuyen into escrow with your designated fixers. And if we deem that this job is silent enough that young Mr. Sabine seems to have left of his own accord, you'll be gaining an extra 4,000 nuyen apiece."
So, Boomstick is gonna kind of lean in, put his shoulder on the table, and just be like, "This is gonna be also using a negotiation roll. It's
Okay,
gonna be
cool.
really bad." But no, I don't know about me, but I'm not used to you working for chump change. You think that we could possibly get a bit more on this? And then he's gonna roll his.
Awesome. And Athene, you've been doing most of the talking, and along with Boomstick, so you can roll teamwork. Either of you can teamwork the other person. Doesn't matter.
Who has
I roll.
what's your what?
How good are you at it?
I roll 13 dice for bargaining.
Oh, for bargaining specifically? Yeah, I only roll 8 for negotiation, so.
Yeah, you can roll an assist on Athene.
Okay.
And yeah,
Because your specialty is so specific, I'll let that count as one more dice that you can hold.
So how many dice for helping out? 3?
Well, no, you can help with your 8 dice, and then
Okay, good.
Athene will roll.
Not
Okay.
terrible.
I can take all of those.
Not bad.
Okay, 1 second. I need to roll
Not
something
great, but not
in the
bad.
background. Okay, can't take all of those, so he's going to have. There we go. Cool. So he's gonna lean forward and run his fingers along his like pencil thin beard and down along his like racially insensitive Fu Manchu,
Of course.
and stare each of you in the eyes and go, "Chump change? Well, maybe I was just trying to get the most for my money." So you got 2 extra successes. So, and then he kind of like sits back in his chair and chuckles. He's like, "You can't blame a man for trying to line his own pockets just a little."
Actually, you can.
He
That's
looks-
part of
he
the
looks at
job.
you- He looks at you and goes, "Well, that's part of my job, little miss." And he makes a really creepy like hissing noise as like he licks his lips.
I visibly shudder because this isn't the first creep I've dealt with.
Not today.
Awesome.
Oh, you have no idea.
He swipes some extra money onto the cred sticks. You see each of the cred sticks, the upfront the 2K jumps up to 3,600.
Cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So he looks at you guys and says, "So that will be acceptable. If you take these cred sticks with you, I will agree that you will be procuring this Mr. Sabine for us within 2 days' time."
So Boomstick says it's a deal, and he puts his hand out, like for a handshake.
He looks down at Boomstick and he goes, "The only extra provision is that a death toll would be highly disapproved of, although not a deal breaker." And then he reaches forward and like shakes your hand.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, he starts sucking on the hookah. He doesn't even like ask you guys to leave or anything. He just kicks back in his chair and starts sucking on the hookah.
I will stand up and bow slightly, and then go back towards the front of the restaurant.
Awesome. Glowworm, can you GM roll me a composure? I just want to start keeping track, since those who aren't here, a certain somebody glitched their pre-run roll to make sure they're not sick.
Crit glitched.
Yeah, critically glitched. So yeah, what do you guys do? I'm assuming you get up and leave.
Yeah. As I'm walking
That's just
back
what
to the kitchen.
/GM.
Yeah.
/GM space roll, and then
Yep.
space the dice.
So as Boomstick is rolling through the kitchen, he just like shudders as he's looking at like the rats and whatnot going through.
I'm getting unrecognized command.
Oh, try /GM roll with no space.
All right. There we go.
Cool. Awesome. Sounds good. So, where do you guys go? What do you do? You have a name, you have a time, you have money, you have a location to drop this kid off at.
Glowworm started inside, rolling just matrix search about this kid, just trying to
Yeah.
pull more information.
Yeah, sure. So you can start rolling up some of that. So, yeah, you're just gonna, did you roll matrix search? I just missed it, or you just, like, you're gonna roll it?
I rolled it
Oh,
earlier.
there it is. 5 successes. Okay, cool. How do technomancers affect like search time for information?
There's no special thing to my knowledge.
Because I know with Deckers, it's like hours based on hits, and like into 6, they get tons of information.
Yeah, I have nothing special to affect that I know of.
Do you have the complex form browse?
No, I do not.
Okay, cool. So what you're able to get right away, because it takes like a long time to get the rest of the information, you're just kind of like compartmentalizing your mental efforts and like running through the matrix, checking this stuff.
Also trying not to puke.
Yeah, exactly. But that's probably normal for you. It's just a little bit worse today. So yeah, you can look through. You find the kid's Me-Feed page. That's pretty much the first thing you come across. It's remarkably not protected, but not anything more astounding. You find out the kid's 19. He comes from comes from a family named Sabine. You see him with a picture of like 3 other older brothers and like 1 younger sister. He's posting a lot of pictures of like drinking and partying, and you notice that there's a lot of like in the background of pictures you see some people smoking some Bliss, and you see some people with like different amounts of Nova Coke, and pretty like rowdy like stuff going on. That's all you're gonna find right now, but you will come across some more information later with 5 successes.
All right.
So, just off the dossier,
Yeah.
does the kid bear any resemblance to the Johnson?
To the Johnson, no.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
You would probably presume they're different ethnicities.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you pass on this information to the rest of us, or?
Yeah, I do. I'll just push what I have forward to you guys. I found your comm links, so push the information.
Okay, so are we? Are we still standing together, or did you guys like run off?
I'm.
Glowworm is trying to pull himself up now.
Okay. So you guys aren't out of the restaurant yet?
Not yet.
Not in the slightest.
Okay.
I left Creepy Johnson's room, but
So you guys grabbing like another seat in the restaurant? Boomstick, the waitress is glaring at you.
I wink and tip my imaginary hat at her.
She flips you off.
He
And
just laughs.
if you keep looking at her, she like raises up her other hand and she's like flipping you off with both hands and just scowling at you.
He just starts chuckling. He doesn't care.
She gets frustrated and storms into the kitchen.
Oh man.
You're welcome to get food from this restaurant, although at this point you may not want to.
Nope. I would much rather go across the street to the Stuffer Shack and get a hot dog. At least I don't know if that's made of rat over there.
Well, it's probably made of something less meat than rat. And finding rat in this restaurant probably means it's some of the best food. It's some of the best food in the district.
Because it's actual meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the other two to come out.
yeah, I'll come out and sit down at the table.
Okay. Cool.
Glowworm's gonna come out and just sort of flop into a table. Oh, chair.
So-
Flop into a chair.
If I may ask, what are both of your skill sets?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? And he winks at her.
You get straight to your comlink. Name's Glow. I do Matrix stuff.
it's probably at this point it's a little easier for him to talk over DNI than like make his mouth move.
No, it's not DNI. It's just a message sent straight to his comlink.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So I do say, well, my name is Boomstick, but my friends call me Ash. Tell you what, if you've got a bug problem, I'm the #1 guy to clear it out. That's what I do. That's what I do best. I kill bugs.
I will
don't
remember
do
that
bugs.
boomstick.
I don't do bugs. I've got a debugger for that.
Oh, I don't think you understand what kind of bugs I'm talking about, little lady.
Uh,
That was Glow.
What was that, Glow? Sorry.
Glow
I
does
was
have
trying-
long hair and he is quite frail.
no, it's like in a little short neon green mohawk. That's all the
Okay.
hair he has.
It's
It's just this tiny radioactive green mohawk going up the top of his head.
awesome.
And if you look
Well,
closely,
maybe he did
yes,
mean to
it is
say that.
actually glowing.
Awesome.
Oh.
And
man.
you're just gonna get erp over and like he doesn't know how to take it.
Awesome. The waitress comes back over, and she asks Athene and Glowworm what they'd like to eat.
Just some tea, please.
She like nods and heads off. She looks at Glowworm as she's walking away. Anything for you?
Water.
Okay. And then she walks away.
Hey, why don't you bring me one of those rats from the kitchen?
Fuck you! And she just keeps on, and she just goes back. Like some of the other like people like in the patron like just like look at her and look at you, and for a moment they look like they're gonna get upset, and then they're like, eh. And this girl's like, remember, like she's like 14, 15, and she comes back with tea and water, and she has like a little plate of well, you guys probably don't know what it is, but they look brown and small, and they're on little sticks. And she puts it like as far away from Boomstick as possible, and puts it between like Glowworm and Enya, and say, "On the house. If you'd like anything else, just let me know." And she just glares at Boomstick and tries to walk away.
I will send her 50 new yen over the
Okay, cool.
tip.
Sounds good. Cool. She gets it, and she kind of like she stops for a moment, like checks, and then like she kind of like raises her shoulder, like she's kind of pleased. And yeah, heads back into the kitchen.
Okay.
Cool. So what do you guys do?
Glowworm's just gonna drink his water and try to make the room stop spinning for a minute.
Awesome. It's probably been about 10 minutes. Glowworm, you're able to find a little bit more information about the dorms. The dorms are located in eastern Ravenna, closer to like the Laurelhurst and Windermere area. Basically, it's like a nicer area of Ravenna, although you find that the specific dorms are well known on like the different type of like the forums and the blogs and that kind of stuff. It's known as like a really like party dorm. The place is a little smaller and cramped. It's known because it's one of the few places that you can get individual dorms. So it like typically like the more wealthy kids, the more like well-to-do kids, or the people with like family connections get these dorms. However, they are like really small and cramped, but you can actually get individuals. And because of that, this place is known as kind of like a bunkhouse for like all types of like drugs and carnal pleasures, and just like some of the like biggest sets of debauchery outside of like the organized corp frat houses.
Jeez.
So pick your poison,
Boomstick-
come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the
Boomstick is
things
gonna
you
look.
notice
So
about
go
it
ahead.
is
Sorry.
it doesn't seem to have any sort of like corp affiliation or anything. What were you saying before I interrupted you?
I was gonna be like, so Boomstick looks at Enya and it's like, so here's the plan. You're the bait.
I will raise an eyebrow. Excuse me?
Hey, I'm just saying, we've got a kid, at the peak of his, primal urges. You're a girl, he's a guy. What do you say? Like, this could work. We have to bring him out by his own,
I stand up, move around the table, and slap Boomstick across the face.
Boomstick, when you see like this big slap coming in, do you do like the gentlemanly thing, or do you like dodge out of the way?
He takes it.
So you take this like big like slap. Do you get like a shit-eating grin on your face? That kind of like.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. What do you do, Enya?
I will sit back down and take a sip of my tea. Suggest
Awesome.
that again, and the next time it will be fire.
Ooh. It's got some sass.
Apparently she likes it hot. Around this time, you guys, those who are facing like the back of the restaurant, which would probably be Boomstick, actually. It sounds like
Sorry.
something has a car alarm going off.
Yeah, there's a car alarm going off in the background.
Oh my.
Yeah, no worries. You notice like the Johnson come out of the back room, and like he's like got like his ratty suit, like he's pulling it like over top of himself, and like he's like he blows his nose into like a plastic ficus, and then like just wanders out like with a glazed look on his face.
Ooh.
Keeping it classy.
Gross.
Yeah. You guys see pulling up in front is an extremely fancy limo, and he gets in that.
So Boomstick looks at the others like, "Who, boy, did you see that? That classy guy there. See that limo that just pulled
he
up?
also gets in the passenger seat, the front passenger seat of the limo.
Oh man. Wait, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Glowworm, you get a message back. You get a message back from the waitress. And the message back from the waitress is just like, I hate people. I hate people like him. So yeah, what do you get? Where does the conversation shift to?
Glowworm's gonna stay quiet, just sort of surfing the matrix, as it were.
Okay, cool. Like
Just sink back a little.
you're like cranking down through stuff. Cool. And you're still conscious. You're just doing like AR.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, as
Don't
much
go to
AR,
sleep.
as much AR as a techno can possibly do, is like most of their
Yep.
brain is focused on it.
Yeah. Don't go to sleep around meat spacers. Bad things happen.
Awesome. So,
Boomstick looks over at Enya and like, well, you've heard my idea. What's yours?
I mean, are either of you particularly good at breaking and entering?
The Matrix variety, maybe. You just get it forwarded to your comlink again.
Not really. I mean, my form of breaking and entering is just smash open the door. Yeah, that's kind of what I do.
I mean, it seems like the simplest solution might be because the job is to make it look like he left of his own volition, correct?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mean to be a jerk or anything, but that's kind of what I was hitting at earlier. And he puts up his hand as to like sort of protect like if she's gonna slap again. Like no, don't do it. Don't hit me.
Awesome.
So, I'm a little busy right now because wow, there's a lot on this kid. But listen, we're gonna need to. Someone's gonna have to go find where he last was and like go check out his place. But I can't do that because UW has really good radiation detectors, and well, you also might want to get both of yourselves checked after this. Glowworm just like he's actually talking and he's like sitting up a little bit. Just one, you might want to both get checked. Someone's got to go to UW and check out this kid's room. Yeah,
What
see
does,
what's up. See if anyone knew.
You have a? Do you have a room number for him?
Have I pulled up a room number?
The
GM?
room number was in the dossier.
Okay. What is UW's astral security like?
UW's astral security? It's not that UW particularly has astral security to per se. Like, you know, they have typical, like, KE security, regular stuff like that. UW is an A area. The thing with UW is UW has a lot of magical departments. So there's a lot of astral stuff going on at UW. A lot.
Right. So sending in a spirit for recon would not be ideal.
Also, Glowworm probably would tell you guys about like the place, like the this dorm is for relatively well-to-do people. So it's not like it's not, you know, by any means a low run of the mill. So the security on this dorm would be a little bit better than the security in the area. So like you could presume there was some magical, but you can go, you know, like, go take a look at it. That being said, like, you know, it's not like there's nothing preventing you from going over in the astral near it and like looking at it because, well, it's like it's public property even in the astral sense.
Right.
It's not a AAA area. It's between A, B, and C depending where you go.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So the boomstick actually has like a he has a really obvious cyber lower arm on his right.
Okay, yeah. That would make sense. Awesome. So Glowworm is in there. What are the other two going to do for recon? Do you have any contacts you want to check, or any places you physically want to go?
So I have a contact named Jacob Smith. He's a location downtown, hermetic academic. I mean, he might know some information about the school, possibly. I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the only one that I have. It's close enough.
If he's location downtown and he's a hermetic academic, he's almost definitely in university, unless he's like, is he like a corp wage mage?
No. He's definitely he's definitely like a professor.
Yeah, then he would almost definitely be at the university. That is a really specifically accurate contact.
Right?
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you can give him a call. Roll up his dice.
Okay, so it's connection times 2, loyalty plus loyalty?
Yeah, connection times 2 plus loyalty.
Alright. This is only going to be 5. So.
Yeah, but he's also at a much lower threshold because he's so specific.
Yeah.
Are you calling him or DNIing him?
I'm calling him up.
Okay, cool. What do I need to know about him, like, character-wise?
He's just somebody that, so he's somebody that Boomstick will talk to whenever he has questions about insect spirits, because he often goes on bug hunts and he'll have questions every once in a while about any information that he might know about them.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Awesome. So yeah, you call him up, but what does he call you by?
He calls me by Ashley, actually.
Okay, cool. He picks up and he's like, "Hey, Ashley, what's up?"
Hey, so I know I usually ask you for questions that are a bit more, creepy crawly related, but just had a question. Do you happen to know some kid by the last name of Sabine, perchance?
Sabine. No, not off the top of my head. I don't think he's in any of my classes. Why'd you ask?
Nothing. I think we've got some worried parents that are kind of wondering where he is, so we're just trying to find him.
Like, does he go to the school or?
You said, what school did you say he went to?
UW.
UW. Okay.
Yeah, it would be the same university your professor friend would work at.
Okay. Yeah, it's like he goes to he goes to the same one you're working at.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can look him up in the student registry.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. He looks him up. He tells you like most of the stuff you actually already have, but he goes,
Yeah.
"Is this your guy?"
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. What's your loyalty on this guy, by the way?
One.
Okay. He's like, what do you need with this kid?
We've So he's just gonna be honest with him. It's like, well, we've been kind of hired to take him somewhere.
Oh, I don't know if I can really be helping you with that. Like, Ashley, that's not normally what I help you with. And he kind of just
he's
starts
gonna.
muttering.
So, can Ashley roll his con and just be like, well, yeah, he's gonna roll his con.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
So he's gonna roll his con and be like, well, yeah, like earlier, what I was saying is, his parents are really worried about him. They haven't been able to get a hold of him for a couple of days. So we're trying to find him and bring him back to his parents.
Okay, you can roll your con.
All right. Holy crap.
Yeah, he kind of just he responds to being like, well, it shows here that that yeah, he's in the Userta he's in the Userta dorm. So that makes sense. Kids sometimes disappear in there for whole semesters.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fun place, but yeah, if you're gonna be getting them out of there, that probably helps. When kids typically get a room there, their studies start to lack, and he's like, yeah, and this guy's actually, yeah, his grades have been dropping the last 6 months.
Interesting. So we've got a party on our hands. Okay, sounds good. His parents will be thankful for the help that you gave me.
And he looks and he goes, yeah, Userta dorm's a weird one. It's one of the few independent dorms that's left. Yeah, weird shit happens over there, and like he hangs up.
Huh. Okay. So Boomsticks then shares the information with the people at the table. With his oddly specific professor that seems to work at the same exact university where this job might be taking place.
Awesome.
Sure.
That is pretty fantastic. Cool. So, cool. Awesome. So, Glowworm, what are you doing while your friend helps you out? If I understand correctly, it's just taking off where you left off, right?
Yeah, it's while Glowworm's searching everything, his friend is going to search just in UW's area, student
Okay.
records, things like that.
Cool. What's his friend's limit?
Oh, that is a very good question, actually. His limit for this, oh my, it's 10.
Oh God.
That's
Awesome.
not a limit.
So he comes back to you like right away. he gives you like a detailed class log, what classes this guy goes to, and when he goes to classes, and what his attendance record is, and who his professors are, and basically he finds most of what's on their system pretty quickly. Like what's on, not like they're hidden on their host, but what's like public if you like piece together all the right pieces from different syllabuses and all that kind of stuff.
What's simple to grab?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Glorm's going to take all of that, and he's just going to push it to Athene and Ash, like, here, that ought to help you guys, go and find information about him.
All right.
So
just
Monday to Thursday, he basically has classes from 8 a.m. Till 3 p.m. and then also from 5 p.m. To 8 p.m. He hasn't showed up to any of his 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. classes for more than a month and a half.
Shocker.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he's got one Sunday class. And on Sunday he's got a class from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay, and we have 2 days to basically find him and bring him.
Yeah, it's and you have all of today, all of Tuesday, and Wednesday till midnight.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so
And what time is it right now? You said it's like
It's like 12:30, 12:45.
Okay. Okay.
So
all right. Boomstick looks to the others and it's like, well, I'm kind of getting the heebie-jeebies about this kid, but I'm gonna bet that probably our best chance is gonna be to nab him after his 8 o'clock, his 5 o'clock class, but he's probably not gonna stay for the whole class. I'm guessing.
well, probably not. But you'd probably go pay to have someone who wasn't so, Glorm's just going to look at Ash up and down, obvious, asking around about him.
Hey, come on. What am I, chopped liver?
he's not the most obvious guy, but he's pretty close.
Yeah.
I am loath to suggest this, but if we can somehow procure me an identity, I might be able to get into one of those classes.
I think I can help with that. I'm gonna go find somewhere a little more. Glorm just kind of looks around and scratches the back of his neck. Peaceful, yeah, peaceful. And we should know pretty soon.
Awesome. So while Glowworm does his techno thing, what are Enya and Boomstick doing? Are you gonna continue staring awkwardly and uncomfortably across the table at each other, or do you guys leave?
So how do you want to do this? You're gonna get yourself a fake ID and get into one of the classes?
That's the idea.
Does
So
does anybody have the Star Maker contact?
No.
I was gonna do option B. Athene, do you have any fake sins?
I do have a fake sin, yes.
Would you like that to be tied as a student? Because I can probably just insert it into a class registry if there's an open seat.
Certainly.
Late enrollment and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She really, really fits the demographic. Awesome. Cool. So yeah. Do you two leave?
Before I get up, I'd be like, so are we gonna take this kid by force, or what's gonna go here?
I believe we were supposed to take him unharmed. It might be worth picking up some stun drugs or some such.
Neurostun slap patch, best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. And you could distract him, and I could sneak up behind him and just slap him on the back, and we could take him on our way.
Awesome. Cool. So, Glowworm, you can go out to your car.
All right.
I'm good. Enya and Boomstick, Enya, are you leaving to go somewhere to deal with that your spirit thing, or and Boomstick you leaving too?
Yeah, Boomstick. So he basically looks at me and says, "Hey, give me a call when you plan on doing this."
Okay, he disappears off.
Yeah.
When Enya and Glowworm leaves, you guys head back to your cars.
I will stop and bow to the waitress and say thank you for your hospitality before I leave.
She smiles and blushes.
And then, yes, I will get to my car and send out my spirit to do some scouting for me.
Cool. Awesome. Glowworm, when you're are you settling down in your car, or are you going somewhere else?
I'm having the car sort of do a quote-unquote programmed safe route.
Okay.
And Glowworm's gonna climb in the back seat.
When you're getting ready in your car, you get a message you get another message from the waitress being like, well.
I gave her the number. You might want to try harder, I guess.
Did you give it to her?
Yeah.
Did. Okay. I missed that. Okay, cool. So the waitress doesn't respond to you. That's all.
Nice.
Cool. Awesome. So, Glowworm, you can conk out and chill out in your car as it drives you around.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome. Yep. So what are you doing?
Glowworm's going to soar on over to the UW host and pull up both of his little buddies for this, because better to have muscle on hand just in case.
Awesome. Cool. Are you going to try to go into the UW main host, or are you going to try to find a less ostentatious location to go in?
Less ostentatious, student records, because I just essentially want to forge a student profile and just slip it into some of the same classes this guy's in.
Basically, what I'm asking is, do you want to find a sub-department that has its own host rather than try to go straight into the UW host?
Please.
Because, yeah, the UW host, I don't even know what that would be, but it's going to be big. It's going to be big and scary. Okay, cool. And around this time, you have your one of your buddies. He's been spending about half an hour looking. He finds one of the departments that this kid is in. His Sunday class is in an astrally awakened biochemistry class for basically awakened chemistry. And that is that course is off campus. It's still physically on the campus, but it's not part of UW. It's an alternate schooling program, and they have their own host network.
All right, so I'm gonna try to slip in that way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's the Hermetic Society of Further Education.
The Hermetics. I mean, I used the same drain value, but.
Awesome, cool. Yeah, and they only have a rating 5 host compared to UW,
which is much higher.
Yeah, much higher. I don't actually know what UW's is, but it's high enough up that I'm sure you don't want to try to go in. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can try to go in there.
All right, I'm gonna have my little crack buddy assist me.
Cool.
All right, so I'm rolling up his assist first.
Super agent.
Yeah.
Was that the guy who was off doing the search? Because he.
No, that's the other one.
Okay.
I have 2 of them.
Because he could be doing that for another 6 or 7 hours.
I know.
Okay. Cool. So you're using a different one. Cool. Okay.
Yep.
Cool, and that's his assist.
Right. Yep, and here's my hack on the fly. Do I go for the double mark? Yeah, I wanna keep this going
I'm
quickly.
Pretty sure with your character you want double mark simply just because otherwise you're wasting your limits.
Yeah, so I'm going. He essentially is setting my dice back at normal, running silent, and here we go. Edging that.
Oh my god! That's so
yeah.
awful.
That's terrible.
It's enough.
It's enough by one. God.
Get in.
All right, so
That was a little bit
Alright.
ass clenching.
so 2 marks.
Yeah.
Glowworm's just going to slip right in.
You slip in and you see this host. It's basically a large circular library with all kinds of tables. You're running silent, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool. There's all these tables in the middle. You see a bunch of personas, like fumbling around, reading over books. Basically, all the personas like have like long robes and pointy hats. Yeah. What do? It's basically just a giant circular library. It's like only a single sphere, but as you like head in a direction of books, it just expands that distance. And flying is turned off. Actually, no, fuck it. Flying's turned on. This is a wizard host.
Glowworm is going to be looking for, because the idea was to use this host to try to slip into the bigger host, or was it? I got a little turned around here. It was to try to find the class list and manage to slip Enya into it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, so you roll mystery perception and you can start looking around.
That was the beginning hope.
Yeah. The important thing is you're in without anyone knowing you're in. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was what question did you ask specifically? Because that's how many of your friends.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm trying to think of the questions. All right, I'm. Are there connections to other hosts from this host?
Yes.
Okay. And of course they're noticeable.
Yeah, there's like a giant hallway off one side that like to you realize it's basically like a conduit to the main UW host.
All right.
To you, it probably looks like a big foreboding hole, but it's actually like a nice like walkway where you can just transfer from one host to the other on the public host, not the, inside where you're trying to get information host.
Yeah. And now this is going to bite me in the ass, but are there any regularly accessed important files around here?
Well, you've got 2 marks, so you're like you're in the host, not just the public host. Yeah, like regular active important files. There is a bunch of like research documents that a few class labs are working on. Some like master's level and doctoral level work. That's accessible. Well, not accessible, but you can see where it is.
Yeah. Glowworm has black hat.
So he's getting distracted.
He's getting distracted. Like, oh, well, that's a little too pretty to stay there. Or that looks interesting. I wonder what's that. But it mostly applies to hosts. So he's in and he's kind of like, don't turn this into Kowloon. Don't turn this into Kowloon.
Awesome.
So he's gonna try to move on before his instincts overwhelm him, and he starts leaving data bombs in places that data bombs shouldn't be.
What?
Yeah, Glowworm likes to blow stuff up.
Man.
Glowworm is known as in Kowloon as the Kowloon City data bomber.
My poor professor.
So you have 3 more questions.
Is there a spider running around?
Yes. There are 2
All right,
spiders.
Great. And I can't think of what to use the other 2 questions for because I haven't run a Matrix character in a long time.
Well, you're trying to get a class list and put her on it, right?
Yeah.
So you probably want to find that, right?
Yes, that is exactly what I want to do.
Okay, so you're gonna ask basically like, where are the class lists?
Yeah. Where would be the class files?
Okay, cool. Yeah, you find basically like the school's registry, and it's broken into pre, post, masters, and doctoral stuff. And so you can basically like look in there. You know the class he's in. He is in post awakened astral chemistry.
All right. And that's at least enough. That's enough to at least give Enya a good reason to be on the campus and digging around about him.
Oh, you can put her in the same class, but that class is until Sunday.
No, I'm aware. We just want to
Yeah.
give her good reason to be on the campus.
Yeah,
The
sure,
rest
like,
she's gonna have to figure out.
You could put her in any of the classes, really.
All right. Could I put him
you could
in
ask
hi-
Enya and ask for like what her knowledge skills are, because like you can put her in as like someone working on their bachelor's or somebody doing like their pre-education, or somebody working on their master's.
Okay, so how that's gonna get worded is Glowworm's gonna ask. So, how stuffy are you? How high horse are you?
I mean, my knowledge
Education level.
is,
Snap, snap. I'm on a timer here.
my knowledge is a little limited to magical threats and parazoology, unless there is a class on religion, in which case I am.
Of course.
You could use another one of you could use your fourth question to find a specific to see if you can find a class specific like that.
I would like to find a class that would match up with Enya's very interesting set of knowledge skills.
You find a class that has to do with biology of parazoological vermin.
All right, so I guess this one. And when is this class of his?
His class is until Sunday.
No, I meant this. Is he in this barrel? Screw it. Good enough.
Yeah, you can put her in a para. You can put her you can enroll her in the parazoological class.
All right, and I'm guessing he. Well, I don't know. Do we know if he's in that class or not?
No, you know he's not. He only has one class with this off-campus school.
All right. Well, I just pass on to Athene. This is gonna have to be good enough. I hope you're up to stuff on your parazoological vermin.
I will do what I can.
Yeah, it's parazoological vermin biology. Okay, so
right.
You want to thread some edits in there?
Yeah. Well, are there any? Well, I've got 2 marks on the host. So what I have the marks on the file then, right?
Because the file is on the host. Yeah, you just need to do an edit file.
All right. Yep. I'm just gonna thread up editor because
and Enya. Actually, well, assuming he's successful.
Hush. Okay.
They're gonna resist you with intuition and firewall.
Yep.
And you're rolling yours.
I rolled mine up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were rolling an assistance from your crack sprite.
I completely forgot to do that. I should probably. Well, no, none of them have software, which is the.
Oh,
none of them
okay.
have.
They can't edit files then. You don't have an edit sprite. Cool.
No,
okay.
I do not.
And you slip it on in. Athene, you can add to your fake sin. Are you in Chummer?
I am in Chummer.
You're in Chummer, so you can just add as a note. You are currently that sin is enrolled in Parazoological Vermin Biology 301.
Funny thing about this character is I was actually trying to get her enrolled in college at some point.
Well, congratulations.
Yep. Interestingly enough, you're enrolled as a third year, and Glowworm probably would have to, in order to keep this story stable, he'd probably have to, give you the accreditations for it. Otherwise, it's going to collapse in a few days, or even less than then, probably.
Congratulations! I gave you. You've gotten to skip 2 years of college.
Well, I skipped pretty much all of high school, so
Awesome. Sounds good. Cool. So what are you doing, Glowworm?
At this point, he is scrubbing his matrix signature.
Okay. Cool. Scrub it, scrub it, scrub.
All right. All right. So that's and this is versus my matrix. This is versus the signature level, which we'll call it It was a level 4 thread, so versus 4 dice.
You have to roll to scrub?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
Oh,
Technomancers get the shaft in that area too.
that's horrible. Okay, cool. So you managed to scrub.
All right. So scrub that all down. Glowworm is going to sort of look around. It's like, okay, now she's in. I have to leave a gift on the way out. Black Hat would not let me leave here otherwise.
Okay, where are you leading the gift? Leaving the gift.
Something important like a I don't know, a thesis or a treatise. So someone's PhD.
Awesome. You have one more question. You have your last question. You can ask for like some sort of fucking doctoral program.
Doctoral program on advanced metaplanar theory.
What?
Okay,
Jeez.
cool. You find a research study for linking the metaplanic theory and the coherent evolution of technomancers.
Yeah. Glowworm's gonna want to copy that because it's got stuff about technomancers, and then get rid of it. Cause y'all.
Okay, do you want to roll your copy?
Yeah. Well, does it have any protections on it? I need to roll matrix perception again.
Yeah, you can try. It's encrypted. That's it.
No data bombs or anything.
Not that you can see.
So I've got to crack encryption first.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just. I gotta look up what.
Also means the
Crack.
spiders start looking for you to start doing more illegal actions, right?
This is an attack action, so yeah. Well, that running silent. They know something's up, but they might not know what. Wait. I have a thing for this. I'm gonna thread. Hang on. I gotta look. I'm gonna thread up resonance veil
Okay.
on the spiders. No, nothing is going wrong. It's business as usual.
What does that mechanically do to their dice roll?
I will pull it up. You broaden your connection. Oh no, that's wrong. Resonance veil. This complex form lets you make the target believe something has happened in the matrix. It's a convincing illusion that you can succeed in a software plus resonance versus intuition and data processing. Even if the target has reason to believe what it is seeing is fake, it needs to make a matrix perception test with a threshold equal to your net hits to see through the illusion.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
So,
thread that and they'll resist.
all right, let's. All right, don't fail me now.
Yeah, you have to do the other one now.
Yep. Threading two of these, and then I have to resist the. Then I have to resist the fading.
Yep.
Ugh!
And you got a 5 and a 6.
Ooh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So resist the fading as one of the spiders it was moving. That one of the spiders, and the spiders here are like little white glowing orbs that like roam around the ceiling. One of them is like passing by over where you are, and then you do that. It just like passes by you.
Okay. Ooh. Glowworm's just taking a grand total of 5 stun.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Although you were probably quite aware that one of them was looking at you, and then it passed right past. All right.
Yeah. So now I've got to crack the encryptions on this thing, and here's where that wonderful little crack sprite's going to help me out because I am not doing this alone.
This isn't the crack sprite that is searching. This is the one that
No,
helped you. Fault
okay. Sprite.
Fault sprite. Okay.
They do almost essentially the same thing. Just one of them has cyber combat. So here's its assist, extra 3 dice. So rolling up that crack, cracking the file. That That is.
It,
on,
it
Glower.
rolls with twice its encryption, right?
Yeah, protection rating ×2.
I rolled 8d5 greater than 6.
Oh man.
Oh, 1.
Oh my
It's
God.
enough.
You just
You
slipped
are
it
It's
on
enough.
through.
This is how Glowworm does things.
Was that
Apparently.
threading? Was your threading an illegal action?
Threading is a resonance action. It doesn't fall into a nice category with the Matrix.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
At least the way I understand it. If someone knows more, feel free to tell me I am an idiot.
Okay, so keep going. What's the next thing? You want to?
All right, from copy the file and push
Yeah.
it off of the host. Have one of my sprites carry it out, because
Because sprites.
all right. So I got to roll a copy action, which would just be an edit file.
Yep. And it's just firewall intuition,
Computer-
right?
Yep.
Okay. You were successful?
All right, I've copied that. It's been pushed off. I'm having the sprite hold on to it, and now I'm gonna set a data bomb.
Alright. It doesn't even roll against you for data bomb, you just roll how well you do, right?
The data bomb rolls against me with its device rating ×2, essentially to misfire it.
Okay, so what rating are you setting?
Let's go rating 3.
Okay, so you're not gonna kill anyone that opens this thing?
No, but it's gonna destroy the file and ruin someone's day. I mean, if they're dumb and not paying attention.
Random black hatting. Cool. You set the data bomb.
All right, and now and the data bomb is now hidden in the file. When someone tries to access it, it goes kaboom.
Awesome. So you're gonna scrub and leave, or do you have other mischievous
Scrub and
things
leave.
to do?
Unless Black Hat's gonna make me do more, it's gonna be scrub and leave.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Roll your
So,
scrubbing.
and
I
I've
can
got
turn to
to.
the first one. You have another one that's 6, and you gotta remember that one too.
Yeah. So signatures are all gone, and as soon as Glowworm leaves the host, he's gonna stop sustaining the resonance veils,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
and just sort of message Enya, you're in. Here's your class list. Here's your credentials. Here's how long you've been taking classes. Like, I'm pushing you your student file.
Okay. Thank you
Awesome.
very much.
And
So
Glowworm's
so-
just
Okay.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'll
Glowworm's
just let you
just
finish.
gonna
So while
Wake back
Golem
up in
was
the-
gone for about half an hour, Enya, your spirit,
Mm-hmm.
it was shooting off to go look around. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
roll astral perception for the spirit?
Sure. Perception be 8 dice for my water spirit. Not great.
Okay, cool. So your spirit goes over. It reports back to you like lots of different watcher spirits, but they're basically like all over the place.
Mhm.
There's one watcher spirit near the building, and the building has a ward on it.
Right.
But other than that, you can roll aura reading on those two things to figure out what they have exactly.
On the spirit or on me?
On the spirit can roll aura reading on the watcher and on the ward. Oh, there's
Okay.
a ward, and there's also a mana barrier, of course.
Of
Two
course.
them.
Yes. All right. So
Okay. What magic is your spirit?
say force 4 spirit.
Okay. Cool. The force of the force. What it's a rating 4, you said?
Yes.
Okay. The force of the barrier and the ward. The force of the barrier and the wards are lower than its magic.
Well, that's. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
And then you need to roll on the watcher.
Okay.
Well, at a force spirit, that means that they're you don't get anything of any value from the Watcher spirit.
That's fine. They're not real things anyway.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, what do you do? Do you want your spirit to the whole building's covered in a ward, and there's 2 barriers.
So
and
it's
the
not going
Watcher
to be
spirit.
able to. It's not going to be able to get through.
Yeah, well, not without they could like break the barrier and push through.
Well, yes, but that would also be a giant sign to everyone that.
Yes, and the barriers are on the there's 2 doors on the bottom floor. They're on those.
Okay.
There's like a big set of double doors and like a single door.
Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, your spirit comes back and tells you all that. So what's the team doing?
So was that looking at the classroom, or was that looking at the dorm?
The dorm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Just to give you guys Ravina is a C to B area. This is pretty much in the B area. The university's A.
oh, jeez.
So the classrooms are like A.
Okay.
Yeah. So like yes, your character wouldn't think to grab him at school. Your character would think to grab him either at the dorms or somewhere further, like maybe a club or like a coffee shop, someplace. But like the classrooms are the worst place to grab him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the things I want to do is try and pick up some slap patches.
Awesome. Roll your contact.
Okay.
Boomstick, are you doing anything in the next hour while you leave?
So I was gonna wonder if I could pick up a Berrywick suit.
Yeah, sure. You can roll your fixer.
I'm wondering. I'm not sure if I have to roll. That's pretty low.
I'm gonna edge that one because I apparently can't roll for shit tonight.
Slap
There we
patches
go.
are 6R, right?
I believe so. I'm just gonna check right now.
And
Tips.
Berwick suits, aren't they
That
like
is-
8R?
No, their availability 9.
And they're no R or anything?
Nope.
Yeah, you can take the next hour and just go get a Berwick suit.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, it's kind of surprising that it's not like R or anything like that. It's just a straight up go to the store and buy one, I guess.
Okay, so that is. So I can get my 5 chem patches.
Yeah, and what are you putting in them?
I have to buy that too, right?
Yes.
Okay,
You want to
so
buy
I'm
like
going.
Neurostun or DMSO or like...
I was thinking Neurostun.
Okay, which one? 5, 9, or 10?
And let's go with 9.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And what's the rating on the 9? It's
12R.
12R? Okay, so roll your fixer again.
Oh, sorry. 9 is 13R.
Okay, roll your fixer.
Okay.
Oh,
Sweet.
Holy crap! Yeah, he has a bunch of doses available.
Nice. So I'm actually going to pick up 10 doses of that.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, it's about 1:30, 2:30 p.m. What are you guys doing next?
So what class does he have at 5?
At 5 p.m.
Yes.
He's got 2 classes on Monday and Tuesday that are the same.
Today's date, for example.
On today's date. Okay, so his first class is pre-arithmetic calculus.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and the class he has after that is UCAS history.
And what time is that at?
One of them is from 5 till 7, and the other one's from 7 till 8.
Okay,
It's UCAS prehistory.
Prehistory.
Yeah.
And that's the one from 5 to 8?
No, each of those classes are only an hour.
Oh, so he's got the one from 5 to 6, and then the one from 7 to 8.
Yeah, exactly. And they're both on campus.
Lucky
Okay.
bastard with 1 hour classes.
No, I was considering like going on
Well,
to
he's got
campus.
1 hour classes, but he's got them like 4 days.
Yeah.
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 I was considering going to one of the classes and conning my way in as a substitute teacher to get in and find out when he's leaving, so I can tell Enya when to grab him.
Yeah. Oh, you know he's gonna be leaving around 8. So about 2 hours goes by. That sprite that Glowworm has off checking a whole bunch of information is starting to get a little bit more buried into the information. Sabine has a lot of pages on his me feed page that have he has a lot of people that have flagged and like basically shared pictures and stuff that he's gone and like deleted and be like, do not share, do not share, do not share. And your sprite is able to determine that Sabine is most likely gay and very not okay with people knowing.
Well,
then.
that screws that plan.
Glowworm's gonna look over at Boomstick. So, buddy.
Hey, no, let's not get too hasty here.
Look, I would, but I'm pretty sure he'd die of radiation poisoning before we could get him out of wherever he is.
I mean, I did just buy this really nice suit, but oh man, I don't know. This is foreign territory to me. I'm gonna be honest.
How do you two feel about mind magic?
No, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Better plan. Thinking. Gears are turning. Okay, so we've got the nice, nice woman who's in classes, and she has two of her friends coming by for a couple days to visit while we're in town. Or how old is Boomstick?
He's 42. So Boomstick, like, oh my god, I why am I even saying this? But
Well,
maybe
Dad, you're coming by to see your little girl.
I visibly shudder.
if we wanted to, we could kind of bypass this whole thing and maybe see if College Boy has a thing for old silver foxes. And he
Go right ahead,
smiled. Oh god, what am I doing?
Shadow running.
So out of character, I do have a specialization in con into seductions.
Yep.
Better, even better.
Oh my gosh! And I just got a Baroic suit, which adds +1 to my social dice and limit.
He knows what he's doing.
So what I'm hearing is
You have
I'm hearing-
you have one player who's a student and one who can be daddy.
Oh my god!
and that's what Glowworm's doing.
Hacking up a lung.
Yep. Or what's left of his lungs.
Awesome. So what's the plan?
I'm hearing we use Enya as our decoy to try to get a handle on where he is.
Well, I have a quick question. Can you find out if the dorms do tours?
Okay. Google UW website dorm tours.
Let me Google that for you.
I work at I work at a college. I know how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, God, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, the dorms do, but only between semesters, and it is early March.
Right.
Well, what do you say, daughter? Why don't we give our son a visit? give your brother a visit. Sorry.
That got so hillbilly.
This is
Just-
still pretty. This is still pretty hillbilly.
Yeah, it is.
Here's all. No, easy plan. Easy plan. Okay, we know roughly like his route and his to and from of where his classes are, and I'm assuming the wonderful data mining my little buddy is doing.
Yeah, he's still gonna be going for
He's gonna-
another.
He's gonna be
while.
at that all night, and
Yeah.
Glowworm's like half of Glowworm's brain is off doing that. So daughter is showing dad around campus, and just so happens to run right into this guy.
Sounds good enough to me if you can provide us with the information of where he's going to be.
Mhm.
Well, I've got a lot of Zen here and a few stim patches, so I'll be up long enough to get that done. Like, Glowworm has his attitude has completely changed after coming out of Hot Sim.
Okay.
You can just hear it over the comlink. He is giddy. He is good to go
Nice.
after
That's
taking
nice.
5 stun.
He works back.
So, actually, what's so Boomstick goes, back to his place, and he's got, he's gonna grab. Let's see, he has some Cram, some Bliss, some Nova Coke, and some Zen. He rings up our hacker, or he thinks he's a hacker, and it's like, so what pleasurable narcotics does our college boy seem to favor?
Me feed. Let's see what he's got.
So another hour has gone by so far. You basically uncovered everything he's ever posed to his me feed now. He's gone into rehab on 3 occasions for Nova Coke.
Yes.
So we can put that down as a definite yes.
All right. Well, I've got some Nova Coke that I can use as bait if he needs any more coaxing outside of my wonderful mug.
If that's a wonderful mug, then I'm a healthy man.
Hey, come on! I'm not that old.
It's got nothing to do with age.
Though you are literally twice my age.
Way
I'm not sure-
kinkier shit has happened in Shadowrun.
Yes.
True.
Lady Fujin.
Yeah.
Don't even.
I cannot remember that.
I'd say you're twice as old as I am, but I'd need a number on that first. So anyway, Glowworm's he is just rifling through everything. He's dedicating his full time to sifting through all the data he's trying to search through.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna have to meet this guy halfway to one of his classes. What time is it right now?
It's 3 to 4 p.m.
And he has his next class at 5.
He's in between his 3 p.m. and his 5 p.m. class.
All right.
And his 3 p.m. class he hasn't showed up to for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna have to try and intercept him before he gets to his next class at 5.
Or right after his class.
Yeah, but do we want to try and grab him on this count? Near the classroom, or
Well, no. You are. Huh. Well, it depends. Are you gonna grab him, or are you just gonna simply invite him out for a drink?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna need a car for that because I'm kind of just driving the growler around. If either of you have, perchance a car that doesn't look awful.
Let me call a guy. I'm gonna call my fixer and see if there's a decent looking car for rent. Limo shop, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice town car kind of deal.
Okay, cool.
rent a Mitsubishi Night Sky or something.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
You can call your fixer.
All right. He's going to call up the wonderful skeezy music producer known as Lo-Fi. And I've got to roll his connection times loyalty.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my god. Please tell me.
Oh, yes.
Please tell me he's coming to an audio show near you.
Lo-Fi, well, he'll be promoting an audio show near you that will collapse as he sells the artist to a different label to watch that label collapse and then to buy the artist back at a lower price.
Awesome.
Yeah, Lo-Fi is a complete scumbag.
Awesome.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Roll up his
Yeah,
dice.
he's...
Awesome. Do you call him or DNI him?
Call him.
Yeah. What's he call you by? Glow?
Yeah, Glowworm used to be one of his decent stage techs.
Awesome.
And hasn't really done as much work since the whole techno thing. But when he does show up to work, he's really good at it.
Awesome. So yeah, he goes like, "Hey, Glow, what's up, man?"
hey, Fi, I got a bit of a pinch job here. I need a good-looking town car. You know, big guys coming into town, needs to look fancy, good money in it.
Sure. What kind of ladies do you need in that car?
No, ladies. Quiet affair. The ladies will come later. I'll definitely call you about that part.
Okay, what
besides,
kind of boys do you need in that car?
Already got that one covered, actually. I just need a car.
Oh, you dog! I didn't know you went that way. Oh yeah.
Hey, you know how Glowworm do?
Yeah, Glowworm do what Glowworm gotta do. I bet your Glowworm glows.
Doctor said to get it checked. Anyway.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
like
God.
so what? Yeah, you need a town car? Yeah, no problem. I can ring
Yeah.
ding that up. I got a couple of roll around town when I gotta get the right person in the right place at the right time.
You know how it goes. Send me the bill. I'll make sure you're covered.
Oh, will do. There's a new company in town. I'm gonna send him your way. And,
All right.
He's like, I've sent him on a few jobs. They're good shit.
Only the best shit.
Real nice and quiet too. And he hangs up. He sends you like a contact number. And he sends you a contact number and also saying that they'll be in contact with you for clear commuting. And you get a call like 20 minutes later, and it goes, "Hi, I'm calling with your town car from Clear Commuting."
Hi, yeah, I'm just gonna forward the call straight to Boomstick with the message, your problem.
And there's just like a voice on the end. You're like, hello?
Hi there. I hear you've got a car for me.
Yes, where will we need being picked up, sir?
I would like to be picked up at the so I was what's like a restaurant near the campus that would be an easy spot.
Oh god, if you want to really flash your cash, you have the car pick you and your daughter up from the campus right in front of this kid. Yeah, show off, you got the power, you got connections.
Yeah, but where are we gonna be finding this kid? You've got the one that has his information.
Tech Sprite, aka GM. I mean, I don't know what class he has.
Yeah, no, you know he's going to be coming from the northeastern quadrant of the campus sometime after 8 p.m. Like, give or take, half an hour. He's a kid.
Sometime after 8 p.m. Okay.
He's been going to these classes regularly, somewhat. He hasn't missed one in 2 weeks.
So he gets back to the person on the phone and say, "Hey, tell you what, I'm gonna have you pick me up from campus, probably sometime between 8 and 9. I'll give you guys a call. How's that sound?"
He says, "All right, sir. I will be there at 7:35, and I'll wait your call."
All right, thank you very much.
I'll run a circuit. What distance do you wish me to carry?
You might need to translate that one a little bit.
Yeah.
He wants to know, like, how far away from you does he want, like, how long do you want him to wait to get there? How obvious does he need to be? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Listen, I'm putting on a show for a friend, so I'd like you just to pull right up to where we're right next to the sidewalk.
Certainly, sir. I will start the meter at 7:55, and I will be, and like he throws an arrow over the comlink code and like shows you like the area he's going to be in, and it says I appreciate you using our new service, and like he hangs up the call.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
How many hours do we have?
We
It's
still have a
like-
couple
it's like-
days.
it's like 4 p.m.
Okay.
We have like 4 hours until he'd be getting out of his class.
Yeah. And like
Alright.
mechanically, like out of character, you know, hour 6 is when Matrix searches start giving really cool shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So in 2 hours, we're gonna have all the good info. Glowworm's gonna try to heal the stun a little bit. Just relax.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Do you want to roll to heal that stun?
Oh, that's just what body plus willpower.
Yep. Which you don't have much body of at the moment.
And his willpower ain't great either. Let's see what happens. 2 stun.
Okay, I need you to resist another 2 stun. You are feeling like shit.
All right. Resist with what?
Fade.
Just that. That's it. Oh,
The
fading.
yeah. Take another 2 fading.
And yeah, I take one of those.
Okay, you only heal back 1 stun.
Lovely.
Basically, like you're like sitting down to relax, being like, okay, I need to feel better, and then like you start feeling more and more sick, and like not stun sick, and then it just you start thinking about what happened. You keep running it over in your head again, and you start to like feel like more like groggy and messed up. Gotta start punishing for that crit glitch.
What class?
I'm just gonna message the team. Let me know in advance if you need help. I need a bucket.
All right. Gross. What time? What class does he have at 7? You said he had the class that was at 5.
7
was
is
it the
UCAS
whatever?
prehistory.
7 is UCAS prehistory.
Yeah, they're in this. Both of those classes are in the same building.
I really want to like do Khan as like a substitute teacher.
Awesome.
But I know it'd be really dangerous.
Cool. Well, we can roll ahead till about 6 p.m. And 6 p.m. was when the cracked spec comes back and just starts data dumping on Glowworm. Cool. What you found out that through a connection of like MeFeed and like basically dancing from one person to another, and then like doing some facial recognition and doing some like mutual friend of mutual friend of mutual friend. You find that this Sabine has a very high possibility of having genetic relations to the Sabines, which are a mid-rent Yakuza family out of Seattle.
God.
Oh my. I'm gonna do a quick matrix search for other known members of the Sabine family.
Yep. Cool.
All right, so just you want matrix search?
Your Crack Sprite has all that kind of stuff for you now.
All right.
He had to collect all that stuff to put it together. Yeah. So the Sabines are there's a few generations of them. They've worked up over the last 2 or 3 generations to being proper Yakuza. A couple generations ago, their blood wasn't pure enough to actually be Yakuza. But they are now like more than like 15/16 Japanese through like basically selective breeding over the last 4 or 5 generations. So you basically find all that kind of information because breaking 6's hexagon matrix is gross. You basically get everything there ever was. Yeah, and you find out that judged on the facial description, there's 2 men that could probably be his father. It's very difficult to understand because it doesn't seem like anyone's ever mentioned. There's no MeFeed, there's no public history, there's no public posting about any of these people having a son. But then again, their MeFeed pages are dark. You're really just going from pictures of people that have tagged them at soirees and parties and background and auto MeFeed tagging and those kind of things. Yeah.
Thank you, Horizon, for making my job easy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it still takes forever to get this stuff up. But there's Jacinto, Jacinto Sabine, and Lin Wan Sabine, and they are brothers. And they look like based on like bone structure and age and generation that they could be his father, either of them.
Ooh, all right. That'll be interesting.
See if our Johnson shows up.
Yeah.
Does he? In relation to these Yakuza searches?
If you spend another like half an hour looking through, you find a few pictures of like parties where Lin Wan Sabine is in, and you make out the Johnson's face in the background of a few of them.
Nice.
All right, so I guess that's the best we've got right now.
Yeah, and they are both Yakuza. They aren't like big scary Yakuza, but they are proper Yakuza.
They've still got okay.
Yeah. You don't have you don't have 8 successes on them. You have 8 successes on Gavin. Other than that, you find out he's had like his Novacooked addictions. You find out based on his Me feed that he stopped posting about his. You can't see any posts about father ever in the history ever. But he talked. There is posting about his mother having passed about 6 years prior. There is like a big swing in his teenage year where he's like has girlfriend after girlfriend after girlfriend, all like really like trussed up starlets, like real like pomp and circumstance, like big names. You notice some of them in like pop culture, they're all like heiresses and like well known. The kid's like pretty good looking, pretty like well to go. And the last 3 years, there hasn't been any record of any girlfriends or any of that kind of stuff or any dating whatsoever. The only thing you find are those pictures that seem to like heavily insinuate that he has been favoring the rougher sex for the last few years, and he is very, very tight-lipped about it.
Well, of course.
And you can probably guess that from his family being Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so
probably why
passing
they
all
want
this-
him out.
Awesome. So yeah, it's getting to be about 7 o'clock, and Boomstick and Enya probably have to go make an appearance, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So I will swing by in my Honda Spirit.
What are you dressed in, Enya?
I have my Berwick dress.
Okay, cool. So you're pretty classed up.
nice.
Yeah.
Just
And
so
I have
happens
a,
that Boomstick
You
is.
do probably look a little bit like overdressed for a college kid, but like you're
Trying to make a good impression.
Okay, cool. So like you just go up and like wait for Boomstick to like roll up.
Yeah. I mean, I figured I might actually be picking him up since he's
Yeah, you're
mentioned
gonna be
me.
picking me up.
Okay, so you guys drive into campus. Do you guys like where are you guys gonna park? Like you kind of know like the area where he's gonna be like walking across campus, but you don't like know exactly where he's going. You just know what building he's coming out of.
Well, we'll park about a block away from that building.
Okay, cool. And you guys like walk up or?
I will go dual nature just to check out the area.
Okay, cool. Before you dual nature, you can roll that as sensing. But in the meat space, it's like a corner lot. Across the street is like coffee shops and like trid stores, and there's a few like VI gaming places, all that kind of thing. There's a few sim booths. There is one like BTL Lite like a room where you can go in and like use BTLs under like the like safety of like medical technicians and stuff. All kinds of like normal fare you'd see, like just trying to get campus kids to give them money. They all have like storefronts that like push out onto the actual like courtyard area. There's like a large grass area with like a few like trees. and there's like a walkway that goes on a diagonal down to the intersection. That's like a couple blocks ahead, like 2 blocks ahead of you guys. You guys are like can be parked off back behind one of these buildings, and coming down like the walkway from the building up top. Is where like the building outlets. There's like a big set of huge, like massive double doors, and there's like a few benches around and like places to sit and a few like concrete like picnic benches. The whole place is pretty well cared for. You're basically just on the border of an A area.
Okay.
So, Boomstick is wearing his Barovik suit. He's got his couple of doses of Novacoke that he has just kind of in his pocket. Boomstick's plan is to spot, this Sabine kid,
Yep.
and accidentally bump into him.
Okay.
So,
You going to go like stand in the walkway, or are you gonna find a place to sit, or and you walk over there with your daughter?
yeah, I'm gonna say one of the coffee shops or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna roll that a sensing test now.
And I'm gonna roll perception real quick too.
Yeah. Your daughter might look a little hot to have sprung from your loins, but not that far off. Boomstick
least for both humans.
Boomstick has 5 charisma and a physical limit of 7, so
Well, Anya has
that'll look
five
that bad.
has 5 charisma and a physical limit of 3.
yeah. Most of her hotness is coming from being a 21-year-old human female and having not bad charisma.
Yeah.
She's hot for our day and age. She's not super hot for 2075
Yeah.
because elves.
Okay, he rolled 2 on his perception roll.
Okay, cool.
Just got
Well,
2 hits.
Enya, 3 was your
A sensing.
Cool. Yeah, there's well, that's astral perception. There is many layered wards all over parts of the campus. There's a few barriers in front of all the doors. There's a bunch of watcher spirits up and over top of the campus, but they're like pretty far away from you. They're just like they're roaming around this part of the campus.
Okay.
There is one watcher sitting out in front of the BTL light storefront, and that location has a magical ward. So what do you want to start sensing? You have to aura read these things individually. Is there anything you particularly want to look at? Oh, also, the building, not the building next to you, the building one over, has a hermetic aura that is emanating from it that's quite strong.
Okay. No, I'll just wait for our target to come out, and I'll sense him.
Okay, cool. So you guys like walk over and take like a seat or something near like the gravel, or you guys stand in it? Well, not gravel. There's like a paved walkway.
Yeah. I think we'll just
Yeah,
sit
sounds
down.
Okay, cool. I just realized something. Hey, oops, and I closed the dice log for the last like half an hour.
Oh gosh.
Cool. So, yeah, you guys can sit over there and wait. And Boomstick, your perception basically was what I gave you guys before. You didn't roll well enough to really get anything over and
Yeah.
above that. You guys can just give me a perception test, both of you, for when this
Sure.
to spot this kid coming out.
So visual?
Yeah.
That's better.
Da-da-da-da.
Glasses. All right.
Glow, what are you up to while they're doing this meat thing?
Probably trying to get a hold of his comlink.
Nice.
The kids call
Just
him?
making sure he, yeah.
Okay, so you're floating in the matrix near them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
cool.
sort of
You
on
can
patrol,
just-
more or less.
You can just be hanging out by their icon.
Yeah, just running silent, ready
Okay.
to move on anything.
You're basically just whose comlink are you sitting on top of? Enya's or Boomstick's?
Enya's.
I assume so. Cool. What
Nobody
Enya
likes
doesn't know is
Boomstick.
Glowworm in the Matrix is right by your butt.
Yo.
And it's
Cool.
not you I'm interested in.
It's your comlink.
That's what they say all the time.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys spot Boomstick, and actually Enya and Boomstick. You guys notice this guy as soon as he opens the door. You're able to like glance over and like not give it away too much and just look back, and you see this guy. He's pretty good looking. He's wearing really like exotically nice clothes, although they're a little like disheveled. His eyes are a little sunken, and like he's like smiling and grinning a little bit. He looks like he's a little high.
All right.
Enya, you wanted to sense him? You wanted to aura read him? Yeah, you can aura read him.
All right. I don't know if he's a technomancer.
Oh, you're 3 successes. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's awakened. His magical aura is lower than yours.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And 1 second, I just have to check. On 3 successes, do you get what kind of magic he is? Any astrophysical present?
I don't have the chart up.
A general diagnosis for maladies. He's currently high on Zen.
Right.
Yeah, and other than that, he has some cyberware in his head and neck. And yeah, and he has some essence holes in his neck. Like there's a gap where you can't see what it is, but there's clearly something there.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, he didn't roll high enough to know like BioWare, but you can still see that there's a hole.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, so Boomstick is going to grab the doses of Novacoke that he has. He's going to basically palm them. And he is going to start walking towards the target.
Okay, cool. The guy's kind of just like walking towards you. Do you want to like try to basically like roll etiquette to socially sneak?
Sure, but I plan on actually like physically bumping into him, but not like too hard, just enough for us to both kind of. Do you want him to be
like surprised, or like see you like walk right into him, or?
I want him to be surprised.
Okay, roll etiquette, which is sneaking in social situations. Yeah, so you basically like waltz up to him, like the last second you can take like a step or two and like bump into him. How hard do you want to bump into him?
Not too hard, but hard enough where the Novacoke that I'm holding in my hand like drops to the ground and where he'll see it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let me see. I'm gonna give a +2 to that because, yeah. So like you bump into him. Enya, where are you?
I'm still sitting, watching this.
Well, you see that their comlinks approach his comlink. What do you want to do?
I want to try to just ghost a mark onto it.
Okay. Cool.
Just
It rolls firewall ×2, right? Because it doesn't have a host rating.
Yep.
No, it's firewall plus int, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That
cool.
sounds right.
It's a Transys Avalon.
All right.
Man.
So his int is down because he has Zen. So he only gets to roll 11 dice. But yeah, you can put a mark on his Avalon.
All right.
Cool. So yeah, you put a mark on as that happens. And Enya, you said you were just behind Boomstick?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. The guy kind of like he bumps into you and he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" And like he looks down and like sees the packet of Novacoke, and just kind of like smiles and zones out for a second.
Oh, so
in that case, can I just like hit him with the slap patch?
Wait! I wanna do something.
Whoa! You don't want to do this in the middle of campus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let the.
I mean, I thought we had the car coming over.
We do, but there's some fluff here. So Boomstick is like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there." And he just like. He kind of does like this sort of thing where if you saw like a beautiful woman, you would kind of do the once over like the up and down, and
you're like ostentatiously checking him out.
Yeah, just like super obvious, And I guess when I do this, I'm gonna roll my seduction.
Okay.
And
You're
I'm
giving
also
him that,
going
you're
to
giving that like look.
yeah, I'm gonna pre-edge this too, which means that I get to roll the 1d6. Let's see what happens here.
You're okay. You're okay.
Oh my.
Oh, nothing
Oh
bad
my god, I was
happens.
so scared. I was so scared. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna pre-edge this seduction roll. I saw the one success, and I saw the one I freaked out for a second. Um, all right, yeah, he's just gonna roll 18 dice in seduction, and
Okay.
his limits will just not matter because actually it's 19 dice because he's wearing the Berrywick suit.
Yep.
So, oh my god.
Okay.
That's actually really good for 19.
That is
Yeah.
really good. He kind of looks up and he looks at you. And he kind of like smiles and like nods down towards the Novacoke. But like he
Uh-huh.
stops for a second, like looks back up and like does like the same kind of like lewd like double take like up and down like your full body.
Okay. I pick up the Nova Coke and I put my hand on his shoulder, and it was just like, "Hey, I've got a car I can call right now if you're game."
Enya, what are you doing?
I'm just watching in stunned silence.
The guy
I-
kind of like he looks at you and like gets like a dirty grin, and then he like notices the girl just standing behind you that's like his age, and just has like a really perplexed look on his face. He's just like,
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
just walk away and hide somewhere, okay?
Yeah, I'll just walk past them.
So I do DNI basically with the subvocal, basically telling Enya to when the car gets here, try to get in without him noticing, like in the back seat with the sun patch ready.
Okay. So can I just go out of sight and then cast improved invisibility on myself?
there's nowhere really to go out of sight. All the trees here are like really like small and haggard because 2075.
Right.
So you could like walk behind a tree and just like hope.
That nobody sees.
But there's also
Yeah.
like watcher spirits everywhere.
Oh jeez.
Mm.
Like there, like you saw like dozens of watcher spirits like roaming over top of like the.
And yeah, what's gonna happen here is you're gonna keep walking. Those two are gonna take a nice town car to whoever has the nicest apartment, and that's gonna be the one they use. And then you and I are gonna show up.
Oh no, what are you
Okay.
doing? Don't leave me alone with this guy.
You built your
So-
bed, now lie in it. I offered to cast control actions.
Wait, where are we supposed to drop this guy off to?
We're gonna drop him off there unconscious.
Yeah. Okay, so I live in the Barrens, so probably
So
not
that's
gonna
out.
want to take him there. Yeah.
Glowworm
Wait,
lives
wait.
in the really.
What do you say to this kid though? Like he's giving you
Okay.
this like really peculiar look. He's staring at Enya, just being like,
So
And Enya, do you
um,
just like turn and walk away?
Yes.
okay.
Okay, do you
So-
do anything specific, or you literally just turn on your heel and walk?
I'm gonna like huff. Like this is not the first time this has happened.
Okay, you can roll con to try to pass that off.
Okay. My con is not great.
God damn it, Dad! Why do you do this every time?
Pretty
I know I was
much.
Yeah.
You're basically doing the non-verbal equivalent of "damn it, Dad."
Yeah. I am actually gonna pre-edge this because, I want this to actually work.
Nice.
Yeah, it worked.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, so you turn and he's like, he looks and he's like, I think you're, and he starts like mouths the word date, and then he's like, friend.
So I say, "Oh, don't worry, that's my daughter. I'm sure she'll find something to do."
He kind of like goes really like wide-eyed and like his eyebrow like really cocks up on you like really dismissively, 1 second. He's gonna roll some fucking judge intentions here. He kind of like looks at you and like the eyebrow stays raised as like you see like the whites of his eyes just like his head stays still and he just scans back up and down your body and he's like, huh. And he just kind of like absent-mindedly like starts scratching at his thigh.
Okay. So I'm at this point. I'm gonna call up the car to come and pick us up.
Yeah. So I live in Renton.
Do you do that like verbally or like what do you do?
So let's see. What do I have? I do have performance. But it's comedy. I know, right? My character is great. So he's gonna flip out. He's gonna basically, call on his comlink, saying like he doesn't do it obviously, I guess, but he just he looks back at the Sabine kid and says, "Well, the ride's on the way." You said you live in Renton. Is your apartment?
Yeah, my apartment is in Renton.
Okay.
When you say the ride's on the way, he's like, where to, man?
Actually, do you have palming?
That's the one thing I don't have.
It's hard to do that when you have a chainsaw for a hand.
So
well, it's the obvious hand,
So-
but it's covered up in the suit right now. So
what I'm hearing is we're gonna have to race over there, leave the key somewhere for you to grab, and yeah.
What are you doing while this conversation's going on? Because you're in Matrix time.
See
I'm
if you
rooting
can get,
around in
like-
his. Yeah, I was gonna root around in his comlink and make sure he doesn't try to call out for help.
Also,
Okay.
see if he's got like an electronic key card for his dorm room.
We're not doing this on campus.
no.
Well, no. But I'm here. No, but what I mean is we need to make it look like he left this place, like he's dropping out of college. So we need to go
Right.
collect some of his stuff.
Wait, what?
Right, and yeah, you're. Well,
I thought it was just leaving. I thought it was just leaving the area, not like leaving the school entirely. I thought it was just more of like a.
No, we need to get him off campus.
There's 4 extra K in it. There's 4 extra K if you make it believably quiet. Like if you like really lower any chance of anyone thinking anything bad is going on.
Yeah.
But basically, there's 4 extra K if the Johnson thinks you sufficiently lowered the suspicion.
Yeah. So this would be like if he hopped in a car with me. There's not really going to be any suspicion there unless he's got like, some
Well,
best
I mean, like
friend waiting in the wings.
when they
or something.
track down like where he's gone, because it's the Sixth World, everyone knows everyone goes. He walked outside, walked up to somebody, walked in a car, and then wasn't heard from again.
Yeah, the problem comes from the fact.
you could succeed at the job. It's just you're getting paid less.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not that
So, yeah.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
See if you can get a copy of his. If he's got an electronic key card or something.
Glowworm, what are you doing on there?
I'm trying to find just out if he's got any of his like keys, essentially the keys to his dorm room. On
Okay. Well, just, you can
I
do a
could-
matrix
okay.
you can do a matrix perception first, and then some of the things that you guys are talking about, you're gonna need more marks for, but not all of them.
All right. So I'm gonna look at the kid and be like, "Hey, I figure we can you can stop at your place, grab whatever you need, and then we can just wherever you want."
He looks at you. He's like, "Well, yeah, I gotta check in at the dorm. That's how these things work." And he kind of like grins at you, and like he's starting to itch his thigh, but he's like itching his thigh like further and further up towards like where his pocket is.
Mm.
And he's like, "Yeah, that's how these things work." And then Glowworm, what questions do you want to ask? Because you're actually like you're a couple minutes ahead of where they
Alright.
are. Like you're
Is his comlink slave to anything?
no.
Okay. I don't really know what else to ask at this point. I'm still shaking off the rust.
No worries. Because you're trying to figure out what's on here. Like you want to ask.
Yeah.
Like, does he have any sort of like registration, like RFID
Yeah, alright.
codes?
I forget
or-
how specific these can get. Does
Yeah.
he have any?
It's basically it's as specific as your imagination can demand.
Does he have any UW registration codes on there?
Yeah, his comlink is registered, and like you can see, like he has like short range transmission codes, for like dozens and dozens and dozens of doorways. Like there's probably like more than 100 different like
Jeez.
places that you can go through. And if you like start like scanning through them, it's like door from AB building said A1, 2, 3, section A, all that kind of stuff. And like you'd recognize from like your crack sprite, like when it was searching around like where his schooling are, you can basically like put together. These are all like the doors for like the passageways that like he has to be available to get through to get to his classes, and like where he has to go to get to this class, and where like the general area is and where the cafeteria is. For U of W stuff, it's all on campus. The dorm is in Ravina.
All right.
Yeah, but you have access to all those. Like if you threw another mark on, you could like copy them. Like you can see.
All right. So let's get another mark on here.
If you want access to the actual campus under his code.
That's what we're gonna need.
That's
the
the campus, not the dorm.
Ah,
The dorm is in Ravina. You asked about what he has for U of W.
Oh,
And you got everything. Yeah.
Well, my third question will be, what access
Second
codes
question,
does he have
second
for
question.
Ravina? Oh, second question, what does he have for Ravina?
Okay, like you're asking for like his dorm because he wouldn't have anything for Ravina. But
Yeah.
you asked like what other access codes does he has?
Yeah.
He has access codes that go along with biometrics for two different like estates, and he has access codes for two different dens. They're just labeled dens. You could probably roll me some sort of knowledge check to guess what they are to like figure out what they are. But he also has chip codes for floors 1, 6, and 7 of his dorm.
So one will be the entrance.
And you know his unit is a unit 27 on unit 27 on floor 7.
Okay.
You guys know that from earlier.
yeah.
Right.
All right. So I want to copy those codes down.
Okay. You probably have enough time to copy like every code in there if you want it, but then you're going to be caught up to real time where everyone else is. If you
That's
wanted to
fine.
copy just like some of them, you'd have time to do other things.
What I want to do is I want to be able to copy those codes and push them off to Enya, because if it looks like he's packing up to leave, we're going to have to plant some evidence and pack up a lot of his stuff and move it. Whilst Boomstick is keeping him busy.
Mhm.
Awesome. And yeah, like, and as I said, like it's 4K to make it look like not suspicious at all. But there's nothing wrong with it being suspicious. You might be able to just up and leave. Like you guys can have that conversation. Like, do you want how much more do you want to do?
I'd like to kind of go for the full Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
but
I was
with that-
thinking is, okay,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say
I
is
was just
that,
gonna bullshit.
Oh, I was going to say that basically the plan is when the car comes around, we're both going to hop into it. He's going to go back to his dorm room, grab whatever he needs for his, go bag, whatever. And
2076 version of ultra thin condoms.
yeah, whatever. He grabs his stuff, and then I guess Enya would probably go in after and grab more of his stuff. I mean, I don't
would
think-
pack off a suitcase.
okay, that sounds good.
So you can give another what do you call it? Glowworm. You can give another mark, and then you have 2 marks, so you can start copying files.
All right, so I'm gonna try to get that second mark now.
Okay, so it's gonna roll his intuition plus the firewall.
I'm edging that because this is actually kind of an important moment.
Yeah. Nice.
That's better.
Yeah. He didn't roll.
Well then.
Didn't even.
You didn't even
need it.
have to.
That's kind of like, oh, bummer.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, you throw another mark on there. You now have a decent amount of control. What do you want to do? You want to copy all of those? You basically get access to everywhere he goes.
Wow.
You can roll that knowledge check for dens. Do you have any sort of street drug or prostitution knowledge check? Or
I've got Knowledge Seattle with a specialty in the Barrens. and gang identification.
No, you're not much of a clubber, are you? Well, I guess you were,
Uh,
but more like Baron's clubbing.
Yeah, Baron's clubbing, with an emphasis on sticks and rocks. But
But bum. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. No. You wouldn't know what they are. Cool. So yeah, you can start copying those files.
all right, I'm
how-
gonna need a. Go ahead. I'm just gonna need a blast of edit file actions.
I'll let
I
you
was
do them.
gonna
I'll let
say-
you do them in one. You're just taking one big file.
Yep.
You're taking all of. You're taking the authentication file. It's all those authenticators for like getting
Right.
through places. Okay, cool. He has to roll the same thing against you again. Man, I don't roll well when I'm rolling for the Matrix. Apparently. Yeah.
Nope.
So
Alright.
you are now caught up to real time. You haven't done anything resonant, so you don't have to scrub, do you?
Nope, I've been doing this all the hard way.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so you get all that stuff, and now we're caught up to real time. So Enya, where were you going? You were just like walking the fuck off back to your car.
I was gonna head off to the dorms and just wait for the all clear.
Okay, cool. You can get in your car and drive on over there. So the guy looks at you and he's like, "Well, I'm just gonna be. I gotta go check in. You can walk with me." And he kind of gives you like a really dirty grin.
Well, so I say it's like, well, my car should be pulling up any second here. Why walk when we could ride in style?
He looks at you and he looks at like an AR screen and he looks at you and he's like, "Well, let me check in first." And like he like reaches for like your hip and like goes to like put his hand on your hip and like walk you with him.
Okay, so right now Boomstick is screaming internally, but he has no choice but to go with it. So
Roll me a seduction check to keep up it, because what he does is he puts his hand like on your side and like turns you to walk with him, and
Oh
like
my
he
God.
grabs your ass like really firmly and like cups his fingers in like right underneath the cheek, and then like
Oh,
quickly puts his
God.
hand back in his pocket.
Okay. All right. He's just gonna roll his normal seduction, not gonna add edge or anything.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you keep it together. You managed to pull it off. Like, yeah, you're into that kind of thing.
Oh my God.
This is why
Um,
seduction's so powerful.
Yeah, but it's so scary.
So powerful.
Awesome.
I guess we're gonna start walking back to his dorm. How far away is his dorm, by the way?
How far away is his dorm?
Yeah.
It's like a 20-minute walk.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, what are you gonna do during this conversation? Because you have to keep the blood boiling, or it's going to probably fall apart on you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta keep it up there.
I do. I do have to keep it up. So
I feel like
All
such a
right.
bad person.
I mean, I don't really. This is what we call karmatic justice.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so Boomstick is gonna put his well, he's not gonna put his arm around me. That would be too obvious, and he wants to keep this hidden, obviously. He's just gonna start walking back to the dorm, and he's gonna put his hands in his pocket and just be kind of like do the whole very sort of like swagger,
You're gonna try to
You
pull
know.
off being the strong, silent type.
yeah.
Okay.
But
A couple times, like he looks over at you and like grabs at his crotch vulgarly. So like, and he just gives you like the really like dirty, like we're gonna get it on look. Roll your seduction to keep it up, or
Okay.
keep it down, or I don't know.
It's okay. It happens to a lot of guys.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys get close to the dorm. Enya,
Mhm.
you are like you can pull up near the dorm. There's like another big dorm across the street. This place is I can actually measure it for you. How big is this place?
Big
It's
enough?
about, it's about 50 meters by about 30 meters, and it's 11 stories tall. And there's the dorms across the street are actually a little bit bigger. One of them, actually two of them have like an Ares Macrotech logo that like stretches over top of each of them. What are you doing? You can be there for about 15 minutes, and Glowworm, you think about what you're doing for those 15 minutes as well.
Let's astrally perceive.
Okay, cool.
I know what Glowworm's going to be doing.
Cool. So you see everything you see everything your spirit told you earlier. There's the ward, the barriers, the watcher. The Macrotech buildings across have another ward, and they have 2 watchers, as well, and multiple barriers. What do you want to aura read to get a better information?
Let's aura read the barrier.
Okay, the barrier, like the barrier to the front door?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Its magic is lower than yours.
Right. It was lower than my spirit's too, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So you basically need 4 successes to find out like the force of the barrier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know it's lower than 4.
You can aura read everything. Just give me all the checks. Anything you want to check, just tell me what it is and then roll it. Because you have time.
Let's check the ward.
The ward is lower than you, so it probably feels substantially lower than you.
Okay.
Okay. And there's a watcher on the roof.
Watcher. Yeah.
Back, sorry.
I'm gonna edge that. Wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the watcher, you're not able to pick that out. The watcher is, of course, what watchers always feel like, diligent.
Right.
Cool. The general area here, the Ares Macrotech across the street has a hermetic aura coming out of it. The building in front of you has an aura coming off of it of a background count of 1, -1, like 1 bad.
Right.
From simply just like carnal lust and like rage and like carnality.
That's the dorm itself.
The dorm itself has a background count of -1.
Okay.
Cool. Glowworm, what are you doing in the 15 minutes, which is a lot of time in the Matrix?
Yeah. You know what I'm going to start doing?
Yep.
I'm going to start forging up his me feed a little bit. Just editing this and that to make it look like he is failing out of university. Probably trying to drop back into the host if I absolutely have to. I don't want to.
You can go through and back and just start editing his
grades, things like that.
Well, what you if you want to make his me feed sound like maybe he was already thinking about leaving, kind of thing.
Yeah,
okay,
this whole college scene just isn't for me.
If you get another 2 marks on his comlink, you can just do that directly from his comlink.
I cannot. You can only get a total of 3 marks. At 4, you're owner, and you can't hack to 4.
No, never mind. No, you are completely right. When you get 3 marks, you can make the comlink do stuff, and then you can spoof commands and make the comlink go through and edit.
You can, I think, spoof command at a lower level than that. But is this more of a just to do these kind of commands?
No, it is. I'm just going off memory. If you can spoof command on 2, then you can start spoofing command.
You can spoof command on 1.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, you can spoof command to basically go onto his me feed and start editing shit.
All right. So rolling that up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll also need a con check to measure its believability.
All right. There's the hacking check, and here comes the terrible, terrible con.
Okay, cool. You're able to hack on. What is your prejudice against?
Deckers.
Nice.
Okay.
It was originally as broad as Matrix users, but I was told to tone it down.
That's kind of funny.
Guess the Matrix is yours.
Oh shit! I just rolled 100 d6s.
Let me put it this way. fragging tourists in my mecca.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have much Meatfeed interaction with Deckers or anyone that like is of that kind of vocation. So you aren't set off, so your con check can go through as proper. So yeah, you can spend the next 15 minutes just going through and be like, you spoof command to get onto his Meatfeed page. You're basically getting into his computer and you use the spoof command to log into Facebook with his credentials, and then you're just gonna spend your next 15 minutes rewriting the last like 6 months of his life.
Wow.
Yep, just da-da-da. Time to start showing how depressed he really is. I'm like an artist with a...
If you want to
Go
go
ahead.
a little further, you could probably go out and find the icons of like the people he interacts with the most and change their stories to back it up. But that's
Oh.
going pretty far out there. You're gonna have to like trace icons and
This is also what I have sprites for.
yeah. You can send some sprites out to do it.
Yeah, well, 3 targets at once.
Cool. Yeah. Roll your sprites. Get your sprites to get hits. They can roll to get hits.
All right. There's sprite 1. Sprite 2. And so that would be their trace icons.
They have to get a mark first.
Well, I can share marks.
Oh, but you have to get them on the people. Because
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. So those are those hack actions then.
yeah.
And
Cool. Basically, actually, you don't even need to trace icon. You need to get marks, and then they need to do matrix perception. Go find them. But yeah. Oh, actually, all you need is just marks. You just need to get marks on these users. That's it. And then your little minions can start spoofing. Okay. And there's one more. He interacts with 3 people quite heavily.
all right, and I'll chase the last one down myself.
Okay. Cool. Which is pretty good because it's the Hermes icon. Cool. Yeah. So you're on all of them. You can roll me 3 more spoofs.
All right, rolling up theirs because it's nice and simple. I have no edge left, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Well, that one ain't gonna work. And mine.
Awesome.
There's your nice roll.
Cool. So
Can-
what happens?
Can I share?
Yeah. What happens when when that guy fails his spoof?
Well, it's
The guy gets the person would get an alert on their comm link, right?
Yep, and I'm gonna have my sprite immediately just drop into the resonance. Like, no, just disengage, get out of there.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So that guy basically just gets a notification. That person gets a notification that someone's trying to fuck with their comm. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. So yeah, that's all done. Boomstick, you make it up to the location. You guys walk up to like near the front. Are you doing anything before you get up to the front?
He is going to roll seduction one more time just to make sure that he's going to go to his room and get his things. So. Oh my god.
You're doing pretty good there.
Yeah.
Awesome. 1 second, I need to check something. Yeah, so
Alright.
like you guys walk up. There's like the double doors. There's like a few hedges in front. You guys can he turns. And he's like, yeah, and you tell him like go upstairs, grab your stuff, like we'll get going, go have some fun someplace. Cool. And he turns to you and he just like looks you dead in the eye, and he says, "Come upstairs." Roll willpower and intuition.
Oh, that's
Oh my god, no.
See, we should have just let me cast control actions.
But you're in his room though right now, aren't you?
No, she's
No.
sitting down the street,
Shit.
and you guys are standing.
I could-
You guys are standing in front of the door. Was that
I could
your-
probably
so-
actually see you from now.
Yeah, you can probably see him. You're probably like 1 block away, just so you don't like give off too much obviousness.
I'm dual nature. Do I see this happening?
Oh,
She probably might, like if she's
yeah.
watching.
You can aura read him because I think you'd probably do that anyways, right? You can aura read him
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
Quick, counter spell.
Yeah. You're like, he's astrally awakened as before. You know his magic is lower than you. It's not actually a spell. It's a spell-like effect. So,
Does counterspelling still work?
no, you can't counterspell it. It doesn't have a force. It doesn't have a force to lower.
What am I rolling?
You are rolling willpower and intuition. I will let you roll an astral perception at a high threshold to notice it, because it's not like you're right next to it. You can feel it, and you can you hear him say these words, and you might be able to like mentally make the leap, but you won't be until afterwards. So you can make astral perception at a very hard threshold.
Okay.
And then I'm basically going to let you see like the astral energy that this guy's projecting.
Oh my
This
God.
is commanding a voice, if you haven't noticed.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I figured.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that Boomstick or me making that perception?
You're making the astral perception because I'm going to let
Yeah.
you like, because you're basically trying to like notice this spell effect he weaves.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm-
edge that.
Like I'm still gonna be rolling my, resist
Willpower
roll
and
to-
intuition.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Oh my God.
Cannot
Awesome.
get more
You
than
got.
two.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, you all still have your edge.
I still
can
have.
use
I have
my-
one
I don't-
edge left.
You can.
I don't
What's
think
your
I can use
willpower?
my
What's your
edge.
willpower and intuition together?
My willpower and intuition together is 7.
Yeah. Shit.
Because
Oh.
I don't believe you're able to use edge on rolls like this.
Yeah, you can.
You
always
can
do.
use you can
always-
use
Oh.
edge on everything except skill wires rolls.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can use that.
I'll use edge then.
So roll your
I'll roll my
your D6.
1d6.
You don't have
Yep.
to roll greater than 5.
All right. Okay, that's
You're
good.
fine. You can pre-edge or
Yes.
post-edge, whatever you'd rather do.
I'm gonna pre-edge just because if I get
The
any
brutal thing is,
sixes-
I actually had this guy's dice typed up since before this whole conversation, so it's
I
gonna
know.
look like I'm just. It's gonna look like I'm just being like, well, because you edged, I'm edging, but he was gonna do it anyways.
Sure.
'Cause this is how he predates on people.
That's oh man, what a sick bastard.
I feel so bad for setting Boomstick up for this.
Again, not really. Karmatic justice.
All right, I'm gonna roll 12d6. And is it you put the exclamation
Oh.
point after the 5 to
Explode.
yes.
I just realized something. This
All right.
tailored pheromones doesn't affect this check.
Okay. I'll go ahead and well, actually, I do have the suit on, so that doesn't do anything with this though. This is
No, this is just
Oh.
willpower and intuition. It's mental
Yep.
magic. He's using the same mind magic that you hated on you.
Oh my god. Okay, so 7.
Yeah,
Wait,
and,
no.
and I took off 3 of his dice because he doesn't get.
Oh my
his.
god, I literally wait, what happened there? That's weird.
Jesus Christ.
He really wants some. He wants someone to Boomstick.
hmm
So
So
I
yeah,
hate to say
he
this.
turns. You're standing right by the door.
Oh my
Athene's
God.
looking at you. He says, "Come upstairs," and he
Oh my
opens the
God.
door. No, he says, "Come inside," and he opens the door and walks in with you.
I feel really bad for saying this, but I should bite the
Oh
pillow, man.
my.
This is happening.
You,
Wait, that's
you
I'm
gave
only
me
going
the,
upstairs. So
you gave me the com codes, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you
Oh my
have
God.
you can use his access codes. You don't have like his sin or any of that kind of stuff, but you can actually open the door and go in.
Right.
Okay, so,
I mean,
So
I'm thinking of
gonna
a
go-
couple of I'm thinking of a couple of funky things I could do here if push comes to shove. Fire suppression systems are always great in a dorm.
By
Yeah.
the way,
Okay,
I just
so-
I'm going to read out a section of the commanding voice ability.
yeah, please
The
read that
more
because I know
net
that there's
hits achieved, the more likely it is the target to obey the adept's command. Because
Further,
if the
okay.
adept succeeds, the target uses his next action to either carry out the command or stands confused, game master's choice. But the more net
Okay.
hits achieved, and I think with 8 net hits, you're basically just going to go along with it, right?
What about
so
limits? Or
I
did
will
he
go along.
pre-edge?
He free
Okay, so I will. Obviously with this, I will go along with his first command, which was to come up to his room.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting across. Basically, once
Okay.
it's only your next action. So once you go inside,
Mhm.
you are back to like what's going on.
Yeah,
They need him alive, right?
yes.
and as if he went out on his own free will. So
Well, if we want the extra cash. I forgot to say, sir. Does he have any cyber or anything on him from that Matrix perception?
It's not his next turn. It's his next action. It's not like it's so like it's your next set of things. So like yes, you will go upstairs. What he has do you want to hack into his cyber?
Well, it depends on what he is, but
he has cerebral boosters,
which I can't hack because that's
not wireless.
That's
that doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, he has a data jack.
Which by itself can't really do anything.
Not really.
Yeah, because if he had wired reflexes, then you'd be able to like lock him in
place. What he has
but...
is he has mnemonic answers. He has a data jack, and he has cerebral boosters. He has nerd stuff that you can see.
I mean, at best, I could take the data jack and just fry it and give him a nasty headache and throw him off his game. But that's not easy.
It's also probably going to also give him like a good idea that someone is in his body.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he's going for tonight anyway?
Well, he's going to be in somebody else's body pretty soon if something bad happens.
I think I got this if I can get inside.
So yeah, basically this is where we are. Everyone's looking at Boomstick, and Boomstick just walks inside and he starts following this guy. And Boomstick, you probably so you understand like your character like commanding voice. You probably just like suddenly think this is a good idea.
Yep.
And like you're probably like because your mind would rationalize it. You're probably not thinking you're going up to Bone because that would throw you out of this. You're probably just thinking, okay, I'll go upstairs.
Yeah.
So what do you do like while you're walking with him under this effect? He's just like walking. He's just walking ahead of you like 3 or 4 paces.
Okay, so since and with this, obviously, it's like a very sort of like carnal sort of whatever. It would be in Boomstick's nature to totally give into this. So he he is going to grab the kid's shoulder and forcefully spin him around, and like he just looks him straight in the eye and says, "Give me some sugar, baby," and he just goes right in for a kiss, just like super hardcore.
So like he's just bought into this. Okay, so like
because he's, as far as his mind knows right now, it's just he's going for it.
Awesome. So like you guys like you walk in and like he's a couple feet ahead of you. You see like there's 2 receptionists. Oh wait, I need to change your aha. Ba, ba, ba. There we go. Cool. He's the one ahead of you with the orange marker. You see there's a couple receptionists, a couple people, and he starts walking, and he's standing in front of the elevator, and he's standing looking at you, and you just start snogging him.
It's like I just like literally like grab him and just like straight up on the mouth kiss.
He starts to panic a little bit, and like he extracts himself, and he's actually gonna have to use this again. And he just says, "Calm down."
Okay, so now I would roll again, right?
Yes, he would, and he gets 2 less dice now because he's panicking. Because he is very, very
He's still rolling really well, though, man.
Yes, he did. So roll your... Yeah. Athene, what are you doing?
I'm going to...
Go for the door.
I'm going to try and get up to the door and sense the...
Okay.
Make
I'm
sure they're not actively astrally perceiving.
I'm going to make an edge roll again.
Do you mean the Watcher?
No, the receptionists.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have to open the doors first because the mana barriers are on the door.
Oh my god!
Oh god! So roll your.
Oh no!
Roll your pre-edge check.
I did. Look what it is.
Where? No. I mean, roll the skill now because all your successes count as failures.
Oh my god! Is it really?
All of your successes count as ones. They count as failures.
Let me just look it up real quick. I just want to make sure that's how it works.
Yeah, it's probably going to make you glitch.
It's fucking funny.
It's probably going to make you glitch.
For example, okay, so...
I'm loving everything about this. 10 out of 10.
Awesome. Yeah, so, Anya, you have to open the doors in order to... Because there's a mana barrier on the door, and you have to, like, scan your comm link and scan with the RFID tag. Not the R. It doesn't have an actual RFID tag. I'm using like modern day tech. You have to scan with your like near field communicator to this door to let it unlock so you can open in using his access code.
Okay.
God, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7
Yep.
of 13. It's not more than 50%, so you don't glitch.
Okay.
Because you actually rolled. Oh wait, no, wait, I missed a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 9. So yes, you critically glitch. So I will keep that in mind. You critically glitch on your resistance test because of bad luck. Awesome, Enya. So are you gonna scan the door? And Glowworm, do you like follow them in?
Best that I can,
Yeah.
anyway.
Because
he's
when
writing
when
on
he
my.
crosses the threshold, his comlink goes onto the host.
Oh my
Well,
god.
he's
The-
writing on my comlink, right?
Glowworm, are you writing on Enya's comlink, or are you following?
Well, I had marks on his comlink, so I was just gonna ride that right on in.
Okay, you have marks on his comlink. Okay, so I'll let you hide inside his comlink, so you don't have to.
Sounds
worry. So
good.
like his comlink logs you onto their host, and you can access the mark. So how many marks do you have in his comlink?
I had 2.
So you have 2 marks on the host here, because his comlink is his comlink is slaved to it, which means you could access up. I don't remember exactly how it works. I'll give you 1 mark on their host because I know like he's brought you onto it and you're inside something, and rather than go look it up, we'll give you 1 mark on the host.
That sounds great.
Okay, Enya, and you
Yep.
can do a matrix perception too, Enya. So you have to like swipe your access code, and then you can open the door, and then you can ascend because you can't ascend through a mana barrier.
Yep. So I will swipe my com with his codes on it.
Cool. Yeah, you just swipe and it lets you in. The door swings open.
Okay.
You can put your hand on the door, like you can feel your aura touching the mana barrier because the mana barrier and the door are like almost one, and you swing the door open and you can see inside.
Okay. So I'm going to make sure they're not.
And just to make
Hopefully
sure,
they're-
like you can see these people now, like on the map,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay, and you can see them. The elevator is opening. Actually, you had to come over. They had the commanding. Okay, they're inside the elevator. You don't see them.
Well, in that case, I will just. I will yell, "Hold the door!" and try and get into the.
No, that's what I mean is like the timing wise, like the timing wise combined with the critical glitch is the elevator was already on that floor. It opened, they went in, and like you come in and they're gone.
Okay. In that case, I will go to the stairs.
So the
Okay.
only good thing about me getting that critical glitch now is the bad luck is once the bad luck happens in a session, it can no longer happen again.
Yes, that is
So-
the good thing. And also, I haven't punished you for a critical glitch yet. I've only hit you with like a little bit of a glitch, so there's more coming.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
I mean, buckle up. I mean, I'm a couple steps from useless.
Awesome.
Just saying.
I
Okay.
know. This is really funny.
Okay, Enya.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do an astral perception? You wanted to do that when you were inside?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll that for me because you wanted to like get a lay of the land, right?
Yeah. I cannot roll more than 2 dice on this fucking thing.
This guy all the way over here, there's a guy and a girl like studying. He's astrally awakened, but he's not paying attention to you.
Right.
So where do you go?
Go to the stairs.
Okay, where are the stairs? You can start moving your token.
Okay.
Because you don't know where they are.
I'll actually. Jesus.
The elevator, like, there's no code for the elevator.
Okay.
So, like, you could take the elevator.
All right, then yeah, I'll just take the elevator.
Yeah.
So-
there's a code, but it's no more than swiping his thing.
Yeah, so I'll just like do that thing where you
So
press the button
you call the
impatiently.
elevator. So yeah,
Yeah.
Glowworm, what are you doing?
And they're already up there. Have they? Well, hang on. First, I just now saw your.
You have the
thing.
whole trip like in the you have the trip like when you get carried into the building, you probably like I assume you're sitting there next to his comlink and you're like, oh shit, you like dive onto his comlink because there's marks. So
Yeah.
you're hiding your persona in his comlink. Then like I assume you just get like pulled inside. Then like you're gonna start like matrixing perceptioning like outside of the comlink.
Yep. I just rolled that up.
Okay, cool. You have 4 questions. You can either ask more questions about the comlink or you can ask questions about the host.
All right. Is there an active spider on the host?
There's no active spider.
What is the host rating?
The host rating is 3.
Okay.
So like
From here-
it's pretty good for like how crappy the building is, but like it's also like college kids. Like there's a lot of Matrix activity here.
All that satyr porn.
Yeah. Oh god. Actually, what this host looks like? This host looks like a large, like grayish, smoky area, and there's just rooms with curtains, rooms with curtains, rooms with curtains everywhere.
Oh my.
Yeah. So you have 3 more questions.
I'm thinking right now very quickly. So the situation is Boomstick is being essentially painfully commanding voiced up to this guy's room.
As chat just mentioned, he is being date raped.
Yep.
All right. Are they in the elevator right now?
You are in the elevator with them, and you can see your team.
Oh,
Like
God.
Enya is down at the bottom. Boomstick is in the elevator. He is under the effects of 2 of these, and like he's very very calm. And Boomstick, I would assume you're pretty placid after critically glitching your resistance on that.
Enya, how do you feel about a hostile boarding action?
I'm pretty sure that's what the guy's interested in at the moment.
Describe hostile boarding.
I'm thinking, and now stop me if you've heard this one before. I'm gonna stop their elevator between floors. I'm gonna send your elevator up alongside. You're gonna stop, climb up through the top, get onto their elevator, and get down there with, I pray to God you have select sound filters set to this guy's voice so you can't hear it, although it's magic, so it probably doesn't matter. And then
No, you have to be able to hear.
perfect. And then you're gonna trank patch the hell out of this guy. Well, not trank patch. You're going to subdue him and use anything to keep him from talking. Get our dear Boomstick to wake the fuck up, and then we're gonna haul ass. And I'm just gonna force it to make it look like he just was done with college.
Well, I mean, if you get me to them, I can take it from there.
Okay, good. So, Cran, I need to stop an elevator and get an elevator to a couple of different positions.
Okay, 1 second. I actually need the fucking cheat sheet for the Matrix if I want to do this right. I am learning. This is the only second time I've ever brought anyone with Matrix stuff ever, so this is all.
And
very
how do you
new to
feel
me.
about that?
Pretty good. Okay, cool. You need to control device. Perform actions via control device.
That's 3 marks. Damn it.
Yeah, marks required varies. It's data processing. You need to control an integral structure that is part of the security system and the safety system. Yeah, you need 3 marks on the host.
Oh, 3 marks on the host. I'm gonna cry now. Here we go. I'm pulling in the crack sprite to assist. Here's the crack sprite's roll.
Okay, so he's finally done doing his last 2 or 3 matrix searches things on this guy. He's gonna come help you.
All right. So
Because
there's
like
that.
he could no, there's another couple. He has another 2 or 3 hours of searching he could do.
All
you wanna
right. Then
pull
call that the fault sprite then,
Okay.
because they have the exact same dice pool.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. He
All right,
helps. They
and
can
so-
both help you. You can have up to 2 people teamwork test you.
I know, but I don't want to pull him off those searches because whatever he may find may be actually really important for
Okay.
covering ass here.
Sounds
Okay, and
good.
I'm going for 2 marks because this needs to happen today.
Okay.
And
And
okay, that's not terrible.
I'm going to presume you like rebooted your deck since the last time you went poking around because that was ours.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was hours ago. Glowworm had to take a nap in the middle of that. That's
Yeah.
an automatic reset for Technos.
Okay. Cool. You get a mark.
That was 2 marks.
Oh, you put 2 marks on it once?
Yeah.
Okay, you have 3 marks.
All right. So there we go. So there's that. Now we got a control device to stop the dang elevator between floors.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm using more matrix actions here than I thought I would ever
and
use. So control device.
it opposes you with data processing and intuition.
All right.
What's the intuition of an elevator?
The intuition when there's nobody doing it, it's the power.
Oh, this is E-War.
This is data processing. Yeah.
You don't have E-War?
What dice pool am I rolling?
Okay.
Control device is electronic.
Attack. 1 second. Control device.
Yeah, because it's giving me like 3 different pools I could roll here.
Hold on.
Control dice may or may not use data processing as its limit. Only roll.
And can I just spoof command?
Oh, I get it. Because you can either do it as a sleaze action or a data. What command do you want to spoof to make an elevator stop? There's doable, but I need you to come up with it.
Apply emergency brakes, and do not send out alert signal.
Okay, you'll need 2 spoof commands to do that.
All right, said emergency brakes being deployed. Okay, so first
so you'll need to spoof a command that there's an emergency, and then you'll need to spoof a command to prevent the reporting of the thing.
All right, so here comes number 1. Hey.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys in the elevator, it just okay, Boomstick. Normally I would let you out of your ability because something odd just happened. This is where I'm going to apply the critical glitch. You are remaining placid until external stimuli that is strong enough to pull you out of it. This calm has had an overpowering effect on you.
And at this point, I'm going to task the Fault Sprite to stop any calls going out from his comm link.
Okay. You probably need... Is that spoof command? No, that is spoof command again, isn't it? No, You're stopping them, right?
Essentially,
You're doing jam signals. It's electronic warfare plus logic. Add hits to noise.
Awesome, because
you're jamming his comm link.
Awesome. Man, I gotta. Well, now I have to pull the crack sprite off. I can send it back for the information later. He has electronic warfare. Fault Sprite does not.
Okay, because what you need to do is you need to add more noise to it. Then you have to add more noise to it than its device rating. So you need to add 7 noise.
That's going to take a couple of actions. They're only throwing 12 dice at this. But here goes round number 1. Hey.
Nice.
Okay.
And the second attempt.
Not bad.
I'm trying to figure out, is this even illegal? This has to be an illegal action, but if it doesn't roll against you, how the hell does it add
It's
up?
burst logic plus attack.
Wrong
one. Jam signals.
There's no
it's an attack action, though.
Oh, it's an attack action.
It is an attack action.
So
Overwatch, the sprite is now accruing Overwatch.
Yeah, but what amount? Because it's not rolling against you.
It's just 1 per each illegal action.
Yeah, it'd be 1 per each illegal action, and every 15 minutes you roll 2d6.
Normally it's when it's rolling against you, it goes up by what they roll. But yeah, okay, cool, I understand. And the sprite has different Overwatch than you, doesn't it?
No, it has the same threshold as I do, but
it keeps its own score.
Yeah, it keeps its own score because it's its own entity.
That's what's amazing about Technomancers. Cool.
But it does accrue Overwatch with whatever action it takes because it is illegal by existing.
Yeah. Well, no, if you register it, you basically hide it in the nooks and crannies, so it doesn't accrue Overwatch just for existing until it does something illegal.
Okay.
But I can check its Overwatch score with, well, if I had it, Baby Monitor, but I don't have it, so I have to actually use the action.
Yeah, but
we are now on a timer.
The big thing about this ability is because it's not rolling against you, it's only going up. Overwatch is only going up by 1, rather than the rolls against you. So this ability doesn't give a lot of Overwatch. Okay.
No,
cool.
But it's an overtime thing. If this takes 30 minutes, that's a very possible you know,
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause
convergence.
it has to keep doing. Okay, cool. So yeah, he like you notice like he activates his comm link, but like it takes he has to actually go up in AR and do it, and you're in VR. You're just your sprite acts twice before he acts. So
Womp
yeah,
womp.
you can feel like you can see him like fumbling around in his cyber deck. He's going to roll Matrix Perception and look for you.
Oh, he has a cyber deck.
Not a cyber deck, the comm link.
All right.
Otherwise, you'd know that. You would have known that a long time ago that he had a cyber deck.
And I would have tried to destroy it.
Yeah, he's gonna roll computers. You need to
Plus
hide.
intuition. Yeah, logic plus sleaze, which is...
There's a Technomancer in his comm link, and he's like, "What the hell?"
And I am the defender.
Awesome. Yeah, you are the defender. So yeah, he's fumbling around. Cool. What is Enya doing?
I'm waiting for the elevator.
They are in the elevator. The elevator stopped on the like.
The other
Was there a
elevator.
second elevator?
No, but there's stairwells.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So, and you're gonna have to you're gonna have to run up to the floor above, pry open the elevator, and get down onto the top of the elevator to get at him.
You can spend a matrix. You can use one of your matrix perceptions to ask what floor the elevator's on.
What floor is the elevator on?
3rd floor.
I pass that along with like just go, 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 go.
Well, I don't know where the stairwell is.
Map. Something.
Yeah, you can ask for a map. You like that's not difficult. You have marks on the host. You can see a map and you can give it to her.
I'm just gonna rip a map down and just send it at her.
There is emergency firewall. There's emergency fire like stairwells on either corner of the building.
Okay.
So far away.
So you're gonna have to really start hauling ass. I hope you packed your running shoes.
Is that one? There? Yeah.
There you go. However, the door.
Yep.
You probably want to step back outside.
Okay.
Roll perception.
What kind?
Just visual perception.
Okay.
There's a sign on the door that says "Alarm will sound if opened."
Glowworm?
How many alarms am I turning off tonight, Cran?
So you have to know she's on the 3rd floor, so you need to spoof command both alarms on the bottom floor and the 3rd floor to not go off, so she can open those doors.
No, you know what? I'm cutting out the middleman on this shit. I am going to thread resonance veil on the host saying no alarms are sounding.
That's awesome.
At force 5.
And that's why Technomancers are the bomb.
And I only get to keep 5 of those because I only said force 5.
Okay, Boomstick, I have dragged the camera over, so now keep an eye on where that is, and I'm going to drag it back to Enya.
And
Okay.
Glowworm takes another 2 stun.
And what does it roll against you for that?
Let me pull that up quickly. I believe it's firewall plus intuition. Hang on. Too many people, too many things to manage. Oh god, I'm turning into Glowworm. It is intuition plus data processing.
Oh, data processing. Shit. Remember what we said about all the porno? Yeah, this thing has upgraded data processing.
Oh boy,
So yeah, it's rolling 10 dice.
this could get rough.
Damn it, and ties go to defender.
Well, you got 6
Five,
successes.
Yeah.
Limits.
Oh.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Can
Upside
do you
is
have edge to post pre-edge and break the limits?
unless you're awarding one back for something I did. No, I've spent it all already trying to get this far.
Can
No.
I
Can
Can
do?
I lend him an edge?
Yeah. Can somebody do Lucky Duck and like?
Sadly, you can't Lucky Duck to make someone make a hit. That would be amazing. If you could Lucky Duck to make a hit land, I would just walk around with a fucking tank and punch your head. That would make summoners the most broken thing ever because their spirits can Lucky Duck them.
Upside. It's a resonance action. The host has no idea what just happened to it.
Yeah, and also it's a tie, and I always play ties is that it goes unnoticed. So, you want to do it again?
Yeah.
It's a spell, so you're not losing negative
What's the
action.
worst that can go wrong?
You're not losing.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm kicking this up to force 6. Oh!
Okay.
Success.
Roll your fading.
Oh, that's 5 more fading. Glowworm is at the -3 level now. He just
Okay.
shot down the condition track.
Also, roll me your edge check.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel your body start convulsing and vomiting when you're not there, and you manage to not get pulled back to it.
Oh my god.
Do you have like a stim patch?
I'm in Hot Sim VR, and if I jack out, I lose the ability to hold half this together. Like, I'm just imagining Glowworm is just in the host, like, one hand just threading out and holding a bunch of alarms, maybe the other one is, like, holding the elevator, like, any day now!
I'm going to
Any
need
day
you.
now!
I'm going to need you before every action, because otherwise you're going to have to leave and come back. I'm going to need you before every action to roll a composure check, and I will need 2 successes. Otherwise, your convulsing, horrible wretch of a body from your critical glitch at the beginning of the game is going to come back to bite you.
This is what I have sprites for.
At least
Yeah.
there's a sprite holding the noise down, so he's stuck in the elevator.
Yeah,
All right.
and I have my other sprite.
Okay,
Still.
and your spell doesn't disappear when you leave. It just
No,
everything
as long
else
as I
you're
don't
doing.
pass out.
Yeah, but everything else you're doing leaves. All of your matrix actions leave, but not your resonance. But luckily, your sprite's doing it. So yeah, basically, it's going to have to make you do a bunch of your checks again. So Enya,
Yep.
the little
I
alarm.
swear to God, if you need anything from me, it better be you're on fire.
Yeah, Enya,
Alright.
you can go upstairs. You are now on the 3rd floor. You can run upstairs.
All right. Okay.
This is where
So now-
technomancers are great, because a Decker would be kind of screwed here.
Oh god,
Alright,
if
so-
you made a Decker jump back to their body, everything would disappear.
Let's go
Okay.
back to. Or this is the elevators here.
Okay.
All right.
The elevator is an emergency lockdown.
All right. So, the doors are closed, right?
Yep.
Oh damn! It's such a shame that I'm a 2 strength character. Oh wait, I have a bound Force 8 Spirit of Man.
There is a mana barrier though. How do you want to get him inside?
Mm.
I thought he was inside.
Oh,
I
wait,
thought we were
no,
inside the mana barrier.
Wait. Yeah, never mind. You can get him inside. Because you're inside, he can go to his meta plane. And then he can travel to your location in his meta plane, and then come over. Then, yeah, he can come in.
Okay, so I'm going to spend one of his 2 services left to open the elevator door.
Are you going to be more specific?
Pry open and hold the elevator door so that I can get to my compatriot.
Roll a logic check for me.
Okay,
You need 2 successes.
that's just plain logic or double logic.
Just logic. Okay.
Wow.
Holy
Holy crap,
shit.
look at that.
You probably
Jesus.
want him to do it inside the elevator because
Yes.
because you can hear people like in some of these rooms. Because like normally, if you tell a spirit to do something, he's going to show up next to you and then do it. But he hasn't
Right.
materialized to open the elevator, and you can hear like in this room behind you, there's people having sex, and down here you can hear people partying, and like in this room you can hear somebody yelling about keep it down. There is if a spirit opens up and just comes in the hallway and rips the door open. So how do you want to say that command then?
Okay. Yeah, materialize inside the elevator and open the door so that I can get in.
Okay, Boomstick, roll a composure. I need 4 successes.
Oh my god.
It is a hard check.
Hold on a second.
Is this my unsteady hands or not?
No, this is me
Okay.
letting you come out of your stupor that you've been left in because of the critical glitch. Because there's a giant spirit.
My spirit of man
Do you
looks
wish
like
to
this,
edge
by
your-
the
Do
way.
you wish to edge your composure?
Yes, please. I'll re-roll my misses.
Yep. You don't have to roll your d6 anymore.
Nope, because I've already hit my bad luck.
Oh, that's a wonderful spirit to have banging in on you.
Yay!
Awesome. So when the spirit when the spirit comes in front of you, you give your head a shake, and you're like, "God, what is going on? Like, why am I here? What am I doing?" And then you
Mhm.
look at this guy, and he's starting to like panic as this giant earth spirit. Is it earth or air?
It's a spirit of man.
Spirit of man. Okay, cool. So it actually has some strength. As this thing just materializes in front of you, and you're able to give your head a shake, and you're like, "What happened to me?" And like you're probably a little confused about like where exactly you were.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this token. Cool. This thing materializes, and the guy starts like panicking. Enya, you can just like faintly hear through the elevator door. There's a guy being like, "What the fuck? Fuck! Jesus Christ!" But like it's through an elevator door. Boomstick, what do? He's like backing up against the wall.
Okay, let's see. What do I have here? All right. I'm going to. Okay. So, I'm going to roll up my right sleeve to visibly expose the his cyber arm.
Yep.
And then he's going to roll an intimidation check against this guy, basically being like, "You're gonna calm down and you're gonna stop talking right now." And he is gonna use edge on this. He's gonna use his last point of edge to try and calm this guy down with an intimidation check.
Awesome. Cool.
All right.
And he rolls against willpower. It's willpower and intuition. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his bailiwick suit, so he gets the +1 social dice. So he's rolling,
Yeah.
let's see, 8 plus 5. He's rolling 14d6. All right, and then he's going to put the exploding thing on there. And are you shitting me? That's awful. Wow. Guess he's not very intimidating.
It's
Guess
enough.
he's just enough intimidating.
And he's gonna re-roll his failures. And he just collapses quietly and stares at you with like wide eyes agape. Yeah, otherwise he would have just commanding voiced you again if he'd succeeded that. Yeah. Okay,
So
cool.
the elevator doors open.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, roll your lift carry dice for the man, the spirit of man. Because he's got to force this thing open.
All right. What is lift carry again?
What is the lift carry?
Yeah.
Strength and body.
Yeah, it's strength and
Okay.
body.
So, hold on. I had these. Where is it? Spirit of man. Here we go. So that's 9, and that's force -2. So he's rolling 16 dice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It takes like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, but the doors pry open.
Okay.
And the guy is very quietly just sitting there, pretty terrified.
I slap him with a slap patch.
As you're walking up, he's going to roll composure. And you can walk up and you can stim patch him.
Yep.
You mean stun patch him, right? Because stim
Yes.
patch.
Yes, that's what.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Is he passed out?
Yeah, he passes out.
Okay. So I will DNI to Glowworm. Okay, bring us up to the 7th floor.
Right. 1 second. Just holding the world together in here.
I
Okay.
forget because we have to go to his room and stuff.
And
I'm gonna have.
you need to roll that need to roll that composure to keep it together as your body is convulsing violently.
I was just gonna have the sprite do it because now he's knocked out. Don't have to keep jamming the comm link.
Yeah, that is a fantastic idea because you want to avoid making that check. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, I really do.
He's spoofing command, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's gonna roll. That's the wrong device. I don't want to have this. I don't want to have the campus roll against you.
Please
Okay,
no.
yeah. It starts going down. 1 second. Who has the highest edge in the elevator? Like edge.
I have
rating?
5.
Roll your edge.
Okay. Sorry, I am gonna ask Uriel to go back to the astral.
Okay. Yep. You hear like a woman come out as the elevator door is kind of like cranked down, but she doesn't seem to take notice of you as she walks away. She's like holding her clothes and just wearing panties, and she's like walking
Nice.
away.
Walk of shame.
Yeah.
So wait, are we going up or
Or
down?
laundry night.
Where were you going?
We were going to the 7th floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can go to the 7th floor.
Though before we get to the 7th floor, Boomstick, can you lift your friend here?
Gladly. And I guess like yeah, he'll just pick him up. Do you want him to roll his lift and carry, or? I mean, I can if you
No,
want me
you
to.
can just lift him.
All right. Okay.
He's pretty small.
Okay.
He's got a physical limit of 3.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I want to cast improved invisibility
Okay.
on his body.
Okay.
Cool.
What force are you doing? Because you have to get past his. Your net hits have to be past his. The dice he rolls against you.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that at force 6.
Okay. So roll it up.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna edge this.
And
Because
he's also going to use his last remaining edge to pre-edge.
All right.
Okay, you have a force 1 invisibility spell on him. He blinks out, but it kind of like goes slow, and he kind of still like shimmers to those who know he's there. People have a pretty good chance of seeing through it.
That's okay. It only needs to last for a bit.
Yeah. Okay, cool. 1 second. I'm going to.
And
this
since
token
it's-
is now controllable by Boomstick. Token, you can now take Gavin's beam. Okay.
Okay.
You guys need to find.
Since it's a force 1, I can
Yep.
get Undine to sustain that for me.
It's still for it like you still cast a
Oh.
force 6. It only has an effective
Okay,
force of 1
effective
for people
force.
like resisting against it.
Okay, never mind then.
Well, actually, wait. Let me just rethink that. You still have to drain it like a force 6, but it
Oh, yeah,
is
that's right.
actually a
Drain.
force 1 spell.
Okay.
Yeah, it would
So
be a
what?
force 1 spell because it lowers the force. It doesn't lower. Yeah, you're right. It's force 1.
Mm.
Who
Okay.
can sustain it then?
Undine, my force 4 water spirit, who still owes me 11 services.
Okay, cool. So that just takes 1 service. So
Yep, and I take 1 stun damage.
awesome. So yeah, you guys can step out. Glowworm. I think you probably need to find the room, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or they
I'm
can just
ha-
start. Or they can start looking. I just need you to look through the maps.
Yeah, I gave you guys a map. Use it. I swear to God, use it.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so
You guys
which-
know that his unit is on the exact opposite side of the it's the unit it's the unit across the hall and down 1 from where the elevator is, the other hallway.
okay.
Of course.
So we go up
Funny
here.
thing is, I actually pre-located it before this.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay, there is a guy conked out on this couch.
Okay.
So for whatever
Uh,
reason, I can't see the rest of the map right now. I can only see the elevator in like a slice of the map.
Yeah, it's dynamic lighting.
Oh, okay, all right.
So just follow me. Go out of the elevator and then up all the
Yeah.
way.
You actually have to
Okay.
move your token, and then when you move your token, you can see new things. You
Alright.
can actually click and drag and select both those tokens and move them together. Like you can
Okay.
like RTS grab them and then drag them around because you control both of them. Cool. So yeah,
Alright.
you can move up to Enya.
Let's see where the hell. Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah, there's a guy conked out there.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't matter. Now we're going.
Going.
Cool. There's a little bit of music playing from this room, and you can hear there's some like heavy grunting coming from in there.
Yeah, we get it. It's college. Da, 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 da.
Oh, that's actually a bathroom, by the way.
That's
That wasn't
I
that.
mean-
It wasn't that kind of heavy grunting.
okay. I mean, I lived in dorms. I've seen both kinds in bathrooms.
Yeah, no, there is a troll-sized bathroom in there. Okay,
Okay.
cool. This over here is the bathroom. Not the bathroom. This is the bedroom.
Okay. So we'll swipe my comm with his codes.
Yep.
Okay. Of course, there's a guy in here.
There, you swing the door open, and there's a guy in a U of W jacket. He's a pretty good-looking, pretty burly-looking Caucasian guy. And he looks up
This
at
is a single.
he looks up at Enya and says, who are you?"
Oh, my apologies. I was looking for Gavin.
"Yeah, me too. He's a little late. Well, we were gonna meet up." And he looks at you and he gets like a really like dirty look in his face. He's like, "What are you doing here, anyways? Like, why are you looking for Gavin? I don't know you."
Da, 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 da.
So normally I would say that I don't like mind magic, but you gotta do
Yeah.
what you gotta do.
Are you feeling a little bit
So-
more welcome to mind magic after getting mind magicked?
So compromising. So
So,
compromising.
You guys can roll judge. You can roll judge intentions, and yeah, I'm assuming Boomstick, you're not standing in the doorway like your token. was.
No.
Okay,
no,
cool.
no.
So you can roll judge intentions.
I mean, I think I know what this guy's intentions are, but all the same.
Yeah, he looks. Oh, I thought that was your 4.
No.
Yeah, the guy looks upset. He looks like he's been crying.
Okay. I'm gonna feel bad about this.
He has a comm link on his lap, and there's like an AR screen up that you can't see. You can see it's there, but you can't read it.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel really bad. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, we're going to do a force 4 ultra memories.
Awesome. What's the resistance against that? That's willpower and int.
Let me pull it up.
I think it's the same as all mind magic. It's willpower and int.
Probably. It's a I'm fucking with your brain test.
Okay, cool. He's gonna pre-edge it.
Is he really?
Yes. Well, I do what makes the most sense for characters, even if that's mechanically stupid in this case.
Okay, I get to get 4 of
Pre-edges it.
this.
He has 1 edge.
Well,
You're
it doesn't
fine.
matter much because I still have 2 nets.
Yep. So what? You have 3 nets. You have
No, because
5.
I only have. I can. It's a force
Oh, it's
4.
4. Okay. What do you tell him?
I alter his memories so that Gavin told him to meet at the library, not in this room.
Okay. He looks at you and he's kind of like, what? And he gets up and he looks at his comm, he looks really confused and he starts walking to leave and he looks at you and he's like, "What are you doing here? I don't recognize you." He's leaving, but he's upset at you.
That's fine. He can be as upset as he wants so long as he gets the fuck out.
Yeah. So no, he's standing accusationally yelling "Why are you here?"
I'm here.
Boomstick.
Mhm.
You can now see him. Like you can now like not see him, but you can get like a partial look at him. I'll let you judge intentions at a -2. You just like hearing his voice, but you can't like really see him.
Sure.
Glowworm, was there anything you wanted to do? You're riding
If
a
I
column
can't,
like that's riding Boomstick. If it,
as soon
Yeah.
as soon as we can actually leave and I can drop everything, Glowworm's got to go crawl into his corner and hide, and maybe find a street doc to make sure he's not bleeding or dying because he's not sure how his body's doing.
I'm just gonna
He
go.
has no.
I'm just gonna go. I have to do some math here. You went up the elevator. It's been about 3 or 4 minutes. Roll me a composure. This isn't to see if you go rocking back to your body. This is to see if your body stops convulsing.
I do have a biomonitor for this kind of thing.
Oh, it's more just like see if your body does. Your body has calmed down. It's still very, very bad.
It's sort of like post-fever puking.
Yeah. You're not going to launch back to your body if you act on anything less on any composure check that you have successes on.
Good.
All right,
It's not as crippling as it was before.
but it is not doing well.
Yeah.
So, as I said, I was looking for Gavin, but more specifically, I was looking for Gavin's friend, who I assume is you. He was concerned that you were missing.
Boomstick, you also see you sense motive that this guy is very jealous.
Mm,
And yeah,
Yeah.
he looks at you and he's like I know all of Gavin's friends. You're not somebody he's introduced me to.
I'm new in town.
And he looks you up and down and like looks at you and he's like, pretty girls. And he shoves you, like he puts his hand on like your collarbone and like shoves you to get past. You let
I
him just
force
like
6 mana bolt him.
Okay, cool.
You're like, fuck it, I don't care.
Hit him.
No, Anya has a problem with being touched. And since
Okay,
there's
okay.
a phobia in infect, I take -1.
You can composure yourself to
Yeah,
to,
you
to,
would-
like to just take it if you want to.
You should composure.
Yeah, I'll
in this
try and composure
situation.
myself.
Because the guy's just an asshole and he's jealous.
Yeah,
You pass the composure, but do you want to not attack him? Because like he shoves you forcefully into the door frame and walks past. You can gank his ass.
No, I'll just let him leave.
You just scowl at him angrily. Okay, cool.
I sigh and remember that the path of good is fraught with peril.
Okay, he walks
and
out.
temptation.
Boomstick. Can you roll etiquette?
Sure.
Okay,
Oh, I need to roll one more dice because of the suit. Sorry, I always forget about that.
it's okay. 2 is enough.
Whatever. Yeah.
He just like pushes back you and like leaves down the hallway.
Okay.
Okay, so let's pack up the. I assume there's like a suitcase somewhere in the room.
Yeah, like it's a dorm, so like there's like
Yeah.
a desk and a table and like his bag and that kind of stuff. You can start packing up his stuff.
Yeah, we'll pack up his stuff.
Okay, cool. You can pack up his stuff. How are you guys gonna go about leaving? You gonna take the stairwell or take the elevator or?
Let's take the elevator.
Okay, cool. And you notice, are you gonna go back the way you came or are you gonna go the other way?
We'll go back. Let's go the other way, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I've got a question. So Boomstick, do you think he's in the category right now where he'd have to do the roll for unsteady hands?
No, that's more
Okay.
like combat and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't think you're really stressful yet. You're stressful, but not, for as far as runners deal with. So you
Yeah,
can
Not
follow-
as stressed as Glowworm.
And yeah, when you get around this corner,
Yeah.
there's 3 people sitting playing mahjong.
Okay.
Are you
That's
gonna keep
quite
going that way?
Oh, did you already leave? And grab
Yeah,
his
yeah.
stuff? Oh, okay. I
I'm
didn't realize.
down.
I will catch
Around
your
the-
tokens up really fast.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. They need to roll some stuff. Okay, when you get here, when you walk by, one of the guys looks up and goes, "Hey, what the fuck is that?" and points at Boomstick.
And you'll just turn to him and smile pleasantly and be like, "Tough night." And I'll sort of make the like
Okay, roll con.
thumb and pinky drinking
You know what
motion.
Roll con.
You know what I like this whole time?
What?
I haven't been able to see the map.
Oh,
Oh, so you have no idea what's going on.
that's
Exactly. Glow's just
Oh,
been sitting there like, I don't know what's going on.
I'll roll my con as well, just because I specialize in this.
funny. Yeah, you can assist, or you can just roll.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
Okay, good thing you're
Alright, well.
assisting.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're assisting.
Okay.
Oh, do you have edge? Please tell me you have edge.
I don't anymore, but
I used the
Oh,
last of mine.
Enya was
alter-
doing the roll.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was just
Yeah.
assisting.
Okay, so it's con plus they have to roll counter con. Cool.
Critical glitch. He believes
Yeah,
you.
that's
That's
a
right to say.
critical glitch.
Yeah, he looks at you. He's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And his buddies look at you, and his buddies look over at you guys, and he pats on the table, and he's like, "Hey guys, like back to the game." He's embarrassed that he made a fool of himself.
Yeah.
Good
So
stuff,
he
good
helps
stuff.
you sell your he helps you sell your lie.
Awesome. Good stuff. Let's go. Boomstick,
Glowworm,
come on.
your tokens there.
He's just trying to
Uh,
see.
Back to the elevator before anyone notices us.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, you guys get back to the elevator.
Face mage is best mage.
Awesome.
I beg to differ. Best mage is one who doesn't get caught, but hey, what do I know?
I'm sorry, I'm not the one who got voice controlled.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I call up the car and be like, "Hey, meet us at this location of the dorm because we need to get the hell out of here."
Okay, cool. So you guys are down. You guys know there's people in the lobby. What do you want to do?
Can I drop the spell and try and get another one?
Yeah, you can do that again. You can
Please,
do that
please
as
do.
much as you want. You can just
Alright.
just sit in the elevator and hold the elevator button to like keep elevator shut.
And just keep
All right.
on casting.
We're gonna
invisibility
try-
over.
Force 6 again. And hopefully this guy takes some nice negatives for being unfucking conscious.
Well, it's actually
not having any edge
it's
anymore.
actually his body doing it, not him.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he doesn't have edge anymore though.
He
so
does.
he's-
Yeah, the thing is, he used his last edge. That was what was
Look
scary.
at
Is last
that.
time he pre-edged it.
Mhm.
So yeah, now
Yeah,
he's got
he's
a force 3.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
So you guys walk out.
I have to take the drain for that, which is at 5. I'm fine. Good stuff. Yeah, so let's get the hell out of the elevator.
1 second. I have a whole shit bunch of stuff I gotta roll because there's a bunch of people in here.
Jeez.
Okay, those were the 6 and the 5. Okay, so when you guys walk out, you guys get to right about here.
Mhm.
These two guys, they are sitting there studying. They both look up and kind of give you like a weird look, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
And I make the drinking motion again.
Okay, roll con.
Boomstick, you want to
Yeah.
I'll assist Boomstick on this one.
Sure. Yep. I'm just gonna
Okay.
roll my con right now.
You're holding him, so you can just be like, "Yeah, like he's having a bad night."
Okay. Well,
Good God.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, luckily counter con is intuition plus con ranks.
Barely.
well,
Shit. Yeah.
Oh crap.
This guy, he starts to he doesn't die. It's the wrong button.
He
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah, this guy like gets up and he's like, "What the hell are you doing with Gavin?"
Wait, how can he see him? He's at a -3 invisibility right now.
That's what he
Yeah,
did.
he made a 3 perception.
Yeah, he broke through the invisibility. That's why you guys were
Oh.
making the lie, because he could see the body, and like so he doesn't see the spell. He gets a feeling that there's magic going on,
Mhm.
and then he doesn't believe the lie.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a Force 6 Alter Memory.
Okay, what's your spell casting rank? Because everyone's gonna roll perception with spell casting minus the force of the spell to notice the spell going off.
Oh, minus the force of the spell.
Yeah, it's spell casting
Okay.
minus the force of the spell. Can you
Okay.
is alter memory hits? Is alter memory hits or force that has the effect?
Let me.
You need force to generate hits, so I would kind of assume
Not if you
hits.
free edge.
Right.
That's fair.
So.
Okay, so while he's doing that, I'm thinking Boomstick is going to try and do a comedy performance to try and distract this guy.
Well, okay, you have to. If you want to roll that, tell me what you're doing.
Okay, so he is going to okay, so he's basically gonna do the whole thing like pretend that him and Gavin are like just screwing around like fighting, but like the whole like
You're just
totally
like spinning around like in slapstick. Okay,
yeah,
roll
like
me
poking
performance.
eyes,
Roll
stuff
me
like
performance
that, all of
comedy.
that. Okay.
Awesome. The guy looks at you confused. He's getting like really upset. You hear like one of the women behind the counter be like,
Mhm.
"Hey, no public drunkenness." Enya, you're casting a spell in these like 3 seconds. This
I'm
guy's
basically doing.
this guy's gotten out
I'm
of his
doing like
chair.
I'm doing like a weekend at Bernie's type thing right now.
Yeah. So you're basically you didn't succeed at distracting him, but you're distracting everyone else from the scene that's going on.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Annie? Are you going to? Because I'm pretty sure alter memories is hits, not force. The force just matters
Okay.
for getting past the resistance. Do you have
Yeah.
edge left?
I do not.
Shit.
Unless you wanted to reward me some.
Sadly, nothing has been awesome enough. You guys are just getting
Okay.
barely through.
All right.
Does anybody
So-
else have anything else they want to do? Glowworm?
I mean, at this point, unless I can
Because
spoof
Glowworm,
a call to...
you have like 4 or 5 actions.
I could try to clear that door for them to get out of, if that's still an issue.
Well, maybe if the alarm went off, but you could probably get out the door before an alarm went off
No, I mean, like, spoofing a call.
to like open the door.
Good enough. I'm sorry, it's like 4:30 here. I'm
No,
fighting.
we're almost done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
do you
so
want
they've
to
got.
attack the
do they have
guy?
do they have a couple
Yeah.
guys between them and getting out?
Oh, I
No.
moved your token. You should be able to see.
I cannot see a damn thing.
Oh, weird.
It is all black screen over here.
All right.
Boom, that's better.
Well, let's see.
Your token didn't have sight.
Hopefully,
So
hopefully
like,
this works.
okay, what are you doing?
Force 4 alter memories.
Okay,
Actually, sorry. Force 4 control actions.
okay.
Mm,
And
okay.
he's gonna roll his body. He's gonna roll his body will.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yes.
And then everyone has to roll their perceptions to see if they see the force for spell.
So,
they have to get
Spellcasting is 11.
Yeah, they have to get 2 hits. No, it's your
Oh.
it's your spell casting ranks.
Oh, spellcasting ranks is 5.
5, so they have to get a
Mm.
perception of 1. These chicks are distracted, so it's only these 2. It's actually only the one person because everyone else is distracted from the performance check.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he gets 1 hit. Okay, so this guy, what are you telling him to do?
Sit down and shut up.
So he sits down and shut up, and this guy sits down and shuts up, and the guy over here, the guy just starts pointing at you. He's like, what the fuck was that?
Wait, hang
I'll
on.
just-
Does this building have a fire suppression system?
Yeah. That is that is going to lower the the suspicion. Because like, what do you guys want to say to this guy? You have a moment or two to say, and Glowworm, you could like attack him or something.
Attack him?
I'm saying that's a great idea. It's just going to be, you know, if this guy moved out during a fire suppression system.
And I'll just be like, we're trying not to wake up the incredibly drunk guy.
Okay, 1 second. He's going to roll, and he's going to default on a knowledge check to see if he knows what magic you did. He does not know what magic you did because it's mind magic, and most people don't know about that. So you can try to con him.
Okay. Do we want to try?
Can I start just spamming his comlink?
Sure. The
Yeah.
spam is comlink.
Boomstick, maybe
I'm-
considering
I'm-
Dice Luck, you try and assist me this time?
Sure. Oh wow.
You just
I'm
you-
try-
Like
I'm
you
just trying
need
to-
Eddie.
You're just DDoSing his comlink.
Oh wait, that's
No,
just a
I'm dropping the
rule,
spam
sorry.
filter.
Oh god.
I'm dropping his spam filter.
Okay, so he's got so you're getting a mark and then you're just dropping it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just going to roll his device rating times 2, which is a Renraku. Yeah, you get in, you have a mark, and you just drop the spam filter. So you guys start hearing like beep, 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 beep. And what do you say to him?
Wait, do
Yeah,
you want me to
I'm just-
roll my con or you?
I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you guys do? Tell me what you do, and I'll.
I'm like, we're trying to. We don't want to disturb. We don't want to disturb him. It's like waking a sleepwalker.
Okay. Roll.
So,
Basically, if the con checks, I haven't been giving you guys all the modifiers because basically this entire time you've been dealing with neutral modifiers.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
keep having like A's in the hole and like good story and plausibility, but also like disastrous and suspicious.
yeah. So, am I assisting you or are you assisting me?
What do you say,
have? I have
Boomstick?
the higher dice pool, so.
What do you do? Except you probably want to finish. You probably have to stop like your comedy act to lie to this guy.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Take 3 extra dice, Boomstick.
What did you say?
Take three extra dice and roll your con.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna be like, hey, look, we're just, we're taking like he's going to another party where he's gonna crash and then live it up for the night or something like that. I don't know. But I can't really think of anything right now. But I'm just gonna roll my. Sure. Okay.
Okay, I GM rolled it. So he just sits back down and looks down at the table.
Okay. It's almost like you said. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Okay, you guys get the fuck outside. The car's up front.
Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into the car.
Okay.
Sorry, actually, you get into your car. I'll get into my car. Glowworm will
'cause I
get
got
into his
the-
car.
I've got the nice.
Glowworm never left his car, thank you very much.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we go
Um,
back to the.
Glowworm is
back
going to be scrubbing all the matrix signatures off this place.
Okay, start scrubbing.
Yep.
It's been long enough now. It took like 5 minutes to walk out. Your body stopped convulsing. Basically, I wanted to cripple you for a small amount of time, not the entire rest of the match.
Oh, that's good.
God, so like
That should be everything.
yeah, because you have the resonance. Yeah, okay, that is everything. Because you're doing the 2 sprite actions and then the resonance fail. So you got the big hit on the resonance fail. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys get where are you guys going? You've got this knocked out kid.
Where were we told to drop him off at?
It's an address up north of downtown. You can just drive to it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive right there.
You're going to gag him first, so he can't talk and ruin our drop-off.
Well, he's unconscious.
Glowworm,
If
where's
he
your
wakes
body?
up. Still in the back of my Americar.
Okay, so yeah, you're just like talking to them over the comm link. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if he wakes up and realizes the situation he's in, he's going to go right for the throat.
Let's see. I have. Well, I've got a plastic
really want-
restraint.
Tear his
Right.
shirt and stuff it in his mouth. Enough. You just need to keep him quiet long enough.
That works.
Sure, that's fine.
Cool. So you guys drive to a pretty. You give the driver the location.
Mhm.
He like you have to like send it through like the screen thing. The guy doesn't
Yeah.
really seem to like bat an eye at what you guys are doing. You notice him through the passenger window. When you walk up, like the window's rolled down, like he says like hi, and like he looks and he gives you like a kind of gives you a funny look, and then he gives you like a really professional nod.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a pretty well dressed orc. Lots of scars on his face.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can. You guys are driving up to Shoreline. It's like an A/AA area.
Wow.
And
okay.
you drive to an address. The address they gave you is like it's a little tiny like single like booth. It has like it's a coffee shop, but it's just like a booth in the side of a building, and it's closed. Like it's just like a metal shutter that goes up and down.
Okay.
It says Arabica, Arabica hand pressed coffee, and you're in like a really really nice area.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Some probably.
And the address is
Knock-
clearly the coffee hut.
Knock on the metal grating or whatever.
Okay, cool. Who can see AR? I'm assuming Glowworm can because you're in VR.
If I turned it off, I'd be fucking weird.
Yeah. Okay. The sign of the place is like there's a big like neon sign in this situation where like the little host, like the little rating 1 host for the little coffee hut thing, like the corporate like the business host. It just changed like the sign just flashes, and Glowworm, you notice that when the sign flashes, it says like the name from like Arabica Coffee Hut turns in. It says 5 minutes. Like it says like the words 5 minutes.
Okay.
Do you tell them Glowworm or everybody in AR can see it? About 5 minutes later, a giant, massive limo rolls up.
Okay.
Out of the passenger side walks the Johnson, and he walks up to you guys. And I'm guessing like, is the car parked there? Or are you guys sitting with like a limp body on the side of the road?
Where will the
I
car
think-
still parked there?
Car's
Okay,
parked.
cool. So who's
Yeah,
outside?
I asked him to wait. I'm outside of the car right now, but I'm like right next to the passenger seat where we have Gavin sitting laying down or whatever.
He says, "Do you have the mark?"
Yep.
And yep.
The guy whistles, and like the back hatch of the limo, like where the trunk is basically, but it's a little taller, opens up. And one Asian orc and an Oni climb out.
Oh jeez.
And
Alright.
they walk over, and like they ask to like pick him up.
And I open the car door and just get out of the way.
Okay.
And we'll give them this. We'll give them the suitcase too.
Cool. What was in the suitcase?
Uh,
his stuff.
Just
Yeah.
clothes,
His stuff.
etc.
They walk over. They open the front of the 2 back doors of the stretch limo, and they put the guy in gingerly. Like they climb in, lay him down, and they walk around to like the back hatch. Basically, it's like a long stretch car limo, but there's like a back hatch that has kind of like a man door. And they climb in there. You can kind of see them like hunker down. It's basically like armed security in the back of the limo.
Yeah.
And the Johnson looks at you guys and says he does some motioning in AR. And the $10,000 from escrow comes through. And he says the escrow for the additional $4,000 will clear in 3 days if nothing comes of this.
Okay.
Okay.
And Glowworm's going to be running suppression for 3 days, I guess.
What's suppression?
Just like news suppression, trying to keep this as low profile as possible.
Okay.
Or, well,
Yeah,
awesome.
so,
Yeah, I
so
understand.
if anything ever happens, he'll just be like, no, delete.
That makes sense. Cool. Yeah, actually, so yeah, the Johnson leaves. You guys got your money. And basically, like Glowworm, you can basically go in over the next like 3 days, and there's a few like me feed posts of like people in the area saying some stuff that was weird. There's one guy who's posting to like a really anonymous blog asking about like mind magic stuff, and like he's really freaked out. So like, what do you want to do to shut him up? Or just
post like the complete opposite of what mind magic is.
okay, so like you mislead him. Cool. So
Yeah.
3 days later, the money comes out of escrow, and you guys get your full payment.
Cool. So the 14,000.
Yeah, what you
Great.
get so the total money you get for the job, you get 3,600 plus 4,000
Mhm.
plus 10,000. So you get 17,600.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So then the original payment for the job was 2,000 plus 10,000 plus the original job was 16, so 8. And you guys get 4 karma.
Cool.
Because we're bad people.
This
Well,
is like morning.
Yeah, and Glowworm, you can probably do a little bit more looking. Like your Cracksbait had a little bit more information than it got later that night. That limo, and that guy like Jinsu Sabine, you find some really old information on a woman's page called Sarah Sabine, and it is Gavin's mother. It's like Mefi 1.0. You don't. It's actually really confusing. You don't really know what it is. It's called Facebook. And he was married to Jacinto, and this limo is to Lin Wan. So you're pretty sure this guy's uncle kidnapped him.
Okay.
Cool.
Well,
I don't care
sucks.
because he tried to rape me, so I don't give a shit.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no. I have a question. Did anyone tell me what he did to me? Because I don't think he actually knows.
You can roll
Nope.
a knowledge check, but Enya might be able to tell you. Well, actually, you know what? Regardless, if your character goes to look it up, he's going to be able to find information about social adepts in the shadows. So, like, I'm assuming your guy's perturbed enough to go look it up.
Yes.
Okay.
He is confused and worried enough to be like, do you want him to roll anything or?
No, you'd be able to find that, and like you'd be able to just go on Jackpoint and be like, "Hey, I was on this mission, and this guy just told me some shit. I started doing weird shit. Like, what happened?" And then, like, they could be like, "Oh, was he a mage? Was he an adept? Like that kind of
Like
thing."
you
You'd be
just
able to
got
figure it out.
commanding voice, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh my
that's the run. You guys get your 17,600. Some of that's negotiation, so it doesn't come out of the run rewards, and you get 4 karma. So it's a little
Nice.
12-point simple run. 3 hours and 58 minutes. So with the 15 minutes we did of prep, I actually did a run in only 3 hours and 40 minutes.
There you go.
So I
Nice.
managed to keep that fast for you since we started so late. Anything you guys want to say before we close out the stream? After the stream, we can do after game buys and all that kind of stuff.
I go back
I-
to the Thai restaurant.
Holy shit. I haven't gotten this into Glowworm before.
So shit, go ahead. Sorry.
No, just goddamn. That's all I gotta say on camera. Goddamn.
Boomstick is gonna go back to his place and take a really long shower because he feels dirty. He's crying in the shower.
Awesome, guys. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Remember, after this VOD goes off, if you missed part of it, the past broadcast, we'll have that on my Twitch. Just go up to the top left-hand, camera. One of these directions in the top corner of the screen after you're not looking full screen, because I know you want to see my glorious face. Click on the Strike and Crayon, go to past broadcasts. It'll be available there for the next 7 days. Tomorrow, this will go into my YouTube page, YouTube/Strike and Crayon. Going forward, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll be streaming runs. And on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'll be uploading the runs to YouTube after a little bit of editing. This is going to be my new schedule going forward. Be sure to tune in. I'm going to hammer out the exact time. The runs are probably going to start between 7:30 or 8:30 PST, PDT at the moment. Taking his time. But I'll hammer out that more, and I'll get a Twitter up, and I'll start being able to post for when we're going, more than just seeing on Shadowrun and ShadowNet. Follow me. Be sure to like. I'm trying to break 100 people following me before April. So thanks for tuning in. This is Strike and Crayon, being a great run with r/ShadowNet. If you want to come play with us, come check us out on r/ShadowNet. We have r/Shadow Chair Gen, where people can help you build characters, and you can come play with us. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.